Spirit. Amen.
Thank you, Father. Back up to you guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back in. This is Regional Championship Football here on Redeemer Radio. Hi, everybody. Sean McBride here, joined by Corey Kitchen up in the box, a full press box tonight, coming to you live from New Haven High School, and we are set ready to go. It is the Bishop Dwenger Saints hosting the undefeated Angola Hornets, and tonight we have a whale of a contest for you. A note before we begin this broadcast. Remember, Redeemer Radio this week is able to cover 3 of the 4 remaining Catholic schools in playoff action. So if you go to RedeemerRadio.com, you can click on 95.7 and you can check out the Bishop Luers Knights taking on Marion tonight over at Luers. Excuse me, but tonight we are broadcasting again live. The Bishop Dwenger Saints coming in with 1 loss on the season, taking on the undefeated Angola squad. Corey Kitchen, let's talk about this matchup before we begin. Deja vu all over again, or is it? That's the question, right?
Ultimately, exactly. Great to be with you, Sean. You're exactly right. We've got 2 teams back again in regional. Last year, 34-0, the Saints prevailed. This year, we're going to get a chance to see what Angola learned in that process and whether they can make more of a game out of it.
That's exactly right. The Angola Hornets come in undefeated with a stable of playmakers behind them. And right now what we're going to do is send it down to the sidelines for the singing of our national anthem. So please tune in for this. Alongside with Corey Kitchen, I'm Sean McBride. The singing of the national anthem there. I've never heard Tuffy sing before, Corey, but what a job he did.
Fantastic job.
All right, let's get down to the gridiron. And again, the gridiron tonight, Corey, could be a factor. We're, again, brand new New Haven Stadium. This is just a magnificent sight here. Brand new field turf in the purple and gold, and this is really going to set some things up for some great on-field action tonight.
No question about it. In fact, it's a great point that you bring up about the field turf. When I talked to Casey Kolkman, the defensive coordinator from the Saints earlier this week, I mentioned the field turf and the athletes getting the opportunity to cut and run faster on the turf, but he signaled to me he thought the biggest deal with regards to using the field turf was the guys up front. He said the last couple of weeks in the mud, they have not been able to get their footing to push anybody around or get downhill on their pass rush, and he thought it was a bigger factor for the big fellas.
All right, very good. Well, folks, as the Angola Hornets come out, just a reminder here, we'd like to thank our game sponsor tonight, Preferred Auto Group, with 2 state-of-the-art service centers. When you want to buy a car the preferred way, see Jay Leonard at the Preferred Auto Group, tonight's game sponsor. All right, well, we are down to about 1 minute and 10 seconds to go as the Hornets make their way onto the field. They'll put a couple more on here for some last-minute details. Corey, let's talk about keys to victory tonight. What do you have?
For the Hornets, I think they've got to get off to a good start. Everybody remembers the final score was 34-0 last year, but many don't remember that it was 7-0 at halftime. If they get behind early, it's probably going to be tough for them to win this football game. On offense, they've got to have some success with their option game. Their offense is built on the midline and the veer option. Everything else they want to do offensively feeds off of that. On defense, they need to take at least a stalemate at the line of scrimmage. They need to find a way to force some turnovers, and they've also got to get off the field on defense. If their defense is on the field all night long, they're going to have a tough time winning this football game. For the Saints on offense, got to find some balance through the air. They've got to be able to complement their running game with some passing yardage. And then on defense, the Saints need to be gap sound, play assignment football against that option. They don't see this type of option very often, so it presents a unique challenge to them.
Indeed it does. So, again, what we're going to do now is, as the captains prepare to take midfield, go down on the sidelines and check in with our field reporter, Mr. Eric Pete, down on the gridiron. Eric, welcome to the program.
Well, thank you, Sean. Great to be here as always. And we have, as you said, a beautiful field here. The first year for this field turf. It is in excellent condition. We had a little bit of wetness today with the snow, and the snow continues to fall right now, but the field continues to be in pristine shape. It should be excellent for tonight's ball game. The coin flip was won by the Bishop Dwenger Saints, and they decided that receiving the ball like they did last week didn't work out too well, so they are deferring till the second half, and they're kicking away from the scoreboard. Sean, ready to go.
Eric Pete, thanks very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Osinga of Northeast Chiropractic Center is our 106.3 sports media sponsor. You can catch all the highlights from past games on YouTube, watch the touchdowns, tackles, and halftime interviews at youtube.com/Redeemer Radio. All right, well, we are getting ready for regional championship action here. And the winner of this contest is going to face some very stiff challenges. We'll talk about those contests coming up a little bit later on in the broadcast. It is 39 degrees outside, feels like 23. And again, the flurries are coming down. I don't know if you're at home watching with our broadcast partner, Summit City Sports, but if you're not, you could do that on their YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and search for Summit City Sports, and you can hear our broadcast and watch Jeff's broadcast at the same time. Corey, first half thoughts before we kick things off for you.
Well, I mentioned it just a moment ago that the Hornets, if they want to stay in this football game, have got to get off to a good start. And they're going to have their offense on the field to begin with. We're going to get an opportunity to see if the Saints have worked all week on assignment football, gap sound football against that midline option, that veer option that Angola runs. So, the game of line of scrimmage, like most football games, I think that's going to be the key to this entire game, whoever can control that.
Filler's got the ball on the 40-yard line, steps off his approach. Special teams for the Dwenger Saints have really done a spectacular job all year long. Let's see what they can do here on this kick coverage. Kick is up and away, and we're underway. Ball going deep into the end zone for a touchback, and the offense for the Angola Hornets will come out. Let's talk a little bit about the front five here. Up front, they are led by left tackle Brock Tingley. Kyle Trick, Ross Holman is your center. Ben Villafuerte is your right guard, and Aaron Petron-Costa is your right tackle. A little bit undersized, but a stout line here, Corey. When we talk about the front five, they come in averaging 6'1", 223 pounds.
Kyle Trick is their big fella that is the leader up front. 6'4", 266 junior. Clearly the best O-lineman on film, it appears.
All right, so they're going to go ahead and line up on offense. They're led by number 21, Jarrett Gibson. He's in the shotgun. Spread offense. Look for some room around the right side. He's getting pursued, gets hit. Back at the 16 and nothing there. Big tackle for loss.
Immediately downhill from his safety position came T.J. Tittman. Big stick on that quarterback sweep.
So that is a loss of 3. Back to the 17. Up tempo here for Angola. No huddle. As Gibson comes back with a single setback. That's Schnepp behind him. Number 32. From the shotgun, little high snap, give the Schnepp. He's wrapped up at the line, goes nowhere as Cutter was able to get in there.
Great job by that defensive front. Looked like they were running the midline option and probably should have kept that one.
So no gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 13 now from the 17-yard line. As Gibson barks out orders, they are set and ready to go. Hard count. They step away, look back to the sidelines for the play. Dwenger does not get drawn off sides. And now they're into press coverage. Man in motion going to the left side. They flow to the left side. Quarterback decides to keep it. Finds some room. Gets some yards past the 20. Still on his feet. Close to the 27. And he's going to be dropped near the 27-yard line. He's tough to bring down, Corey.
Honestly, a very good offensive play for the Hornets. The sad part was it was on 3rd and 15, but he got about 10 out of that. He just kept it off the jet sweep fake and ran the power up the middle, and a good-looking offensive play, but not enough for a first down.
Takes it out to the 27, and that's going to bring up a 4th and 4. And the Saints are now in punt return formation. Honer is back. He's got a big leg. Good snap right in the breadbasket. Launches from the 15. End-over-end kick, a little short. And it will be trickling out of bounds in Angola territory at the 49-yard line as Eifert does not return it.
In Dwenger Saints special teams fashion, they start out on the Angola side of the field for their first drive of the night.
The Saints on offense. This is their first look here after the 3-and-out. Led by Brendan Lytle. He is a sophomore quarterback, 5'10", 160 pounds, wearing number 13. The Saints wearing blue and gold tonight. Working right to left on your radio dial.
See number 21, Patrick Finley, returns for the Saints tonight. Sean, coming off that broken collarbone. He is in the game at split end on the right-hand side of the field.
Out wide, past the hash marks on the right side, is number 21, Finley. Saints in an I formation. Tippmann back there, which looks like Crone as a fullback. Under center. Here's the snap. Play action. He's looking to throw. Guns it right side. He's got man coverage. He's wide open. Touchdown. Finley's going to the 5, the 0. There it is. Patrick Finley on the first play of the game. A touchdown for the Saints.
The Angola cornerback just fell down, and it was an easy pitch and catch for the Saints.
He was all alone, streaking to the end zone. That is a huge 49-yard reception by Patrick Finley on his first play back for the Dwenger Saints. He gashes the Angola Hornets for a big 6. Let's go down to the sidelines with Eric Pete.
Well, how great do you feel for a guy like Patrick Finley? But, guys, Brendan Lytle completed one pass last week. One pass. It was the game winner, and now he's hit back-to-back passes. Here's the 2-point conversion.
He tries to get to the corner. He's getting driven out of bounds. I don't think he's going to get it. That's Tippmann on the carry, and it is no good. So the Saints try to press their advantage early, and they are denied. So the score remains 6-0. With 9:57 remaining here in the first quarter. We're going to step out for a 30-second break. When we come back, more first quarter action. Stick around, folks. This is Regional Championship Football here on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
Both runners are running, play coming home. From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game.
Angola. And Corey Kitchen, Coach Mark Watts unleashes his secret weapon on the first play of the game, and he scores a touchdown with Patrick Finley.
He had mentioned this week that he sure felt good about having somebody back that could stretch the field for them, and they did it right away on the first play.
Wow. Again, 9:57 remaining here in the first quarter, and the Saints in to kick this one. They've got the wind at their back. We can tell because the flurries are coming down here. And here is Filler's kick, another high end-over-end kick, and it's going to, again, trickle into the end zone. So another touchback for the Angola Hornets, and they will start 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. So Angola started out with a 3-and-out to begin this contest. And the Saints did a fine job not only on special teams but also on defense, holding them to a 3-and-out. Let's see what happens on this series as the Angola Hornets come out on offense. Jarrett Gibson is the quarterback. He's got split back behind him, man in motion to the left side. Here's the snap, give to the tailback, trying to get that edge. He's got some blocks. Flags coming out. Gets knocked out of bounds after about a 5-yard gain.
Running back sweep out wide around the right end. It looks like we've got an Angola hold, I would guess, there, Sean.
Yeah, it looks like it. Joel McCurdy was the running back that time for Angola. He is a senior-laden team, really, Corey. They've got a lot of seniors out there this year.
They do. They've got 19 seniors on their roster, and every one of their starters on both sides of the ball, Sean, is either a senior or a junior. So it's a very veteran ball club.
And it is. Well, it was holding against Angola, and that is going to move them back inside the 10-yard line down to about the 9, it looks like, working off the right hash mark.
not the kind of start they wanted, obviously, particularly with going into the wind here.
Gibson will be in the shotgun with a single man in the back, 2 wingbacks this time. Here's a snap. Give to the tailback. No, quarterback decides to keep it, looking for some room, bouncing it outside, getting pursued from behind, and he's going to fall forward to about the 14-yard line. So about a 5-yard gain that time for Gibson.
Looked like the veer option off the left-hand side for those that have been Dwenger faithful over the years. They recognize that, certainly, over the years.
That they do. And Gibson is very effective with it, showing some good leadership out there. 2nd and 16 now after that gain. Here's a snap. Again, another end around this time. Trying to get the edge, getting it, and then knocked out of bounds after another gain out to about the 18. Livanos, number 1. He is a junior, checking in at 6 foot, 177 pounds.
Another sweep this time around the left side. Got a little bit of the edge, but still going to bring up about a 3rd and 12.
Yeah, they're playing behind the stick still after that penalty. Oh, he got a big man trying to get off the field for the Saints, and he does successfully.
That might be an understatement. It's the biggest of the big men.
That's right. Man in motion to the right side behind the quarterback, and it is going to be a misdirection play. He's hitting the backfield, driven back, big scrum. He's going nowhere. They finally blow it dead back at the 16-yard line.
Well, if there's anything we learned from the game last week, Jordan Watercutter understands how to stop a counter play, and he did that again right there on that particular play, Sean.
Yep. Textbook stop there. Another tackle for loss for Watercutter and company up front. And the punt team comes on. 2 men back deep for the Saints. That's Howe and Eifert. Little low snap, but he does get the kick away. High spiral kick. It's short. Fair catch called for. And it is taken near the 41-yard line. Acrobatic catch that time.
I'll tell you what, that wind swirling up there makes every one of those an adventure.
Yeah, that's right. Again, a short field now for the Bishop Dwenger Saints. The first drive, they started at the 49-yard line. Now they're going to line up at the 41 of Angola. So the defense really doing a fine job. Big tackles for loss, forcing a penalty with their athleticism, and giving the offense a short field. Same formation, wide out left and right, I formation, quarterback under center. Here's a pitch, left side. That is Tippin. He's got some room. He's going back towards the middle at the 25. He's finally wrangled down.
Wow, just a toss sweep off the left-hand side, and Devin made a nice run, but didn't have to do a whole lot with it, quite honestly. That hole was big enough you could drive a truck through.
So they mark the ball in between the 25 and 24-yard line. That is a 1st and 10 now for the Saints with 8:15 left to go here in the first quarter. 6-0 is your score. Saints getting ready to threaten. O'Keefe wide out on the right side. Here's a snap. He looks to throw. Going to Finley, up and out. No good that time on the hitch route to the left side.
Yeah, 3-step drop. Looked like maybe it was more of an out cut by Finley, and just simply threw it right over his head. Wasn't great timing on the drop and the throw.
So they burn that down. Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Saints. And they're right back up to the line of scrimmage. Kolkman, your center. Lytle will be under center, I formation, give to the tailback. That's Tippmann again, looking for some room on the left side, and they're finding it. Gets down inside the red zone, down to about the 18.
Ran a little power play where they pulled big Joe Henry from the right guard around to the left side, followed him through there, and nice gain of approximately 6 yards.
Going to bring up a 3rd and long 4 for the Saints here inside the red zone down to the 18. They need to get in just inside the 15 for a first down. Power I left, led by Big Joe Tippmann to the left side. Here's a snap going to the right side. That's TJ Tippmann behind him. Cuts through the middle. He's got the first down.
He is just so quick through there. TJ, just a great change of pace to Devin. And his ability, you mentioned it last week, and I'll reiterate it, his ability to hide behind those guys, McGarry and Joe Tippmann, makes it even more difficult to tackle that guy.
They're going to line it up again. Power I left, McGarry and Tippmann, TJ in the back. They get to TJ. Oh, they break through this time, and he's going to get hit. That's a tackle for loss. Number 33 shoots the gap.
Luke Honer heart and soul of that Angola defense, Coach Thomas told me this week. Obviously, they watched some film and saw that play coming.
That they did. Nice job that time. That's a tackle for loss of about 3, maybe 4. Yeah, brings up 2nd and 14 as the ball is now at the 15-yard line. So the Saints can make a first down here without scoring with 6.5 to go here in the first quarter.
Shooting that gap has kind of forced them out of their power eye look, Sean.
That it has. They spread things out now as Lytle will be alone in the backfield. 2 wideouts left, 2 wideouts right. Tight end right. Here's a snap. He drops, fires, fade pattern to the corner. It's up, it's lofting, and it is caught. Touchdown, Saints, yes.
Patrick O'Keefe on the catch. The Angola corner just simply had no idea where the football was, Sean.
He lost it, and O'Keefe found it. 2 touchdown passes on the night for Lytle. This one from 14 yards.
The Saints are picking on Chase Solaire, the left corner for the Angola Hornets, having some difficulty in the passing game right now.
All right, now they tried 2 this last time. Your score now is 12-0. Will they try 2 to get it up to 14 is the question. Looks like Garrett is on to chip this one in. Canary on the snap. Hold is down, the kick is up, and it is good. 13-0 is your first quarter score with 6:10 remaining. Stick around, folks. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Regional Championship Football here on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team.
I mean, I always had my family behind me. I always had my team behind me, but to have staff that wanted the best for me and to get me feeling better the quickest was really reassuring.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
0 is your score as the Saints come out and shock the Angola Hornets through the air. Lytle has 2 touchdown passes off of short field. So again, it's really clicking. The defense is doing their job, special teams is doing their job, Corey, and here they are to kick this one away as well. This is going to be a little shorter. A return is on their hands for Angola, taken near the 12-yard line. Dancing his way through that line, breaking it to the outside. Stiff arm, tries to spin out of 1, can't, and he'll get knocked down at about the 34. A late flag comes out. Lavanos was the return man for the Hornets.
Really nice return from the Angola Hornets. Their trouble has been getting out of their own end, and first 2 kickoffs were both touchbacks,
yep.
And obviously got a return this time, turned it into some nice yardage. We'll see what this penalty's all about.
I believe it's going to be a penalty against the Bishop Dwenger Saints, maybe even a horse collar here. I think that was the initial call. The ball is resting at the 34-yard line right now. It is a personal foul. Well, a headshot.
Personal foul on the Saints, 15-yard penalty.
Wow. All right, so that is going to give the Hornets their best field position of the night so far, out to their own 49-yard line.
And not a moment too late because too soon, they need to get something rolling offensively if they're going to stay in this football game.
That's right. Working off the left hash mark on 1st and 10 from the shotgun. Man in motion coming to the right side. Now stops. They fake the jet sweep, and he goes right through the middle. That's Jarrett Gibson on the quarterback keeper. Nice gain of about 8 that time.
Yeah, almost trouble with the jet sweep fake. They didn't time it up very well, but they got away with it, and Gibson did a really nice job up the middle.
2nd and 2 now for Angola as they get into Dwenger territory. 3 down linemen for the Saints defense. From the shotgun. Pressure coming from the outside. Again, a read option right through the middle. Charging up there and getting a first down. Looks like Schnepp on the carry that time.
Outside veer again, just they were optioning Jordan Watercutter on that particular play and gave it to the back for some nice yardage.
They needed to get to the 41. They got to the 40. 1st and 10 for Angola. Single setback this time. 2 deep wings. Man in motion coming across. This time they will give it the jet. No, quarterback decides to keep it, and it was a mistake.
They went power read on that particular play. Gibson kept it up the middle, but Watercutter was right there to make the stick.
It's a tackle for loss of 1, back to the 41-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 11 for the Angola Hornets. Again, they're moving left to right into the wind. And now they'll line back up, and here we go. Again, man in motion coming to the right side. This time they give it to him. Jet sweep right side. Tries to turn it up. Not much there. And his knee will drop at about the 39, maybe the 38-yard line.
Outstanding job by T.J. McGarry. And they faked the quarterback counter going back the other way, but he did not bite on that at all. He stayed with the jet and made a great stop.
3rd and long now for Angola. And again, this is turning into a passing down here. We haven't seen Angola really pass, and they don't pass a whole lot. And again, they're going to be chucking it into the wind as well. All right, so they're going to widen things out here, wide out left and right. 2 men in the backfield. Here's a snap. Oh, the quarterback keeps it, and he's dropped. Big time hit. Big sack for number 20. Is that Ellinger?
That's 23 Ellinger, and that's a great call on a blitz off the backside, the wide side of the field by Coach Kolkman. I mean, he read them like a book on that particular blitz call.
It's a loss of about 7 that time. Takes it out to the 45-yard line, and the punt team is on for Angola. Horner gets the kick away. It's a lofting ball. They say get away from it. And let's see where they touch it up here.
Nobody touched it.
Did Dwenger touch the ball is the question.
Charlie Howell was in the vicinity. That's what the officials are talking about. Did it touch a Dwenger Saint?
The offense is coming on for the Saints as the Stripes are there talking in midfield near the 28-yard line. And they're going to give it to the Saints, 1st and 10. All right. So, that was a little dangerous right there. Again, the wind is playing havoc with the balls in the air.
It really is.
Especially going into it. So, a very short punt that time for Angola. And Dwenger will take over. Where are they going to mark this rascal now? Up at the 30. That's where it was touched up by Angola, so that's where Dwenger is going to start.
They haven't even attempted a pass yet, Sean.
No, they have not.
I think that wind is probably having a significant effect in that passing game.
So here comes Lytle and company on offense. I formation. Here's a snap. Give to the tailback. Bouncing it outside is Tippmann. He's got some room. Can he stiff arm? No, he's dragged down from behind. Falls forward out to about the 35.
Ryan Brandt, number 15 from his safety position, came up. He's the junior safety for the Angola Hornets. He's been offered by Purdue already. He's an athlete and did a nice job of making that stop on Devin Tippmann.
2:56 to go here in the first quarter. 13-0 is your score. Dwenger on top and driving, looking at a 2nd and 6 now. Here's a snap pitch, right side. Finding some room through the middle this time. Putting his shoulder into it. Looks like Tippmann has a 1st down.
Angola had that play absolutely stopped. They stopped the edge. Brandt turned it in, but there was nobody there to make the tackle.
Yeah, no backside help there for Angola. Tippmann takes advantage of that and runs forward for about 7. And they place the ball up at the 42-yard line. A fresh set of downs for the Saints. Clock continuing to tick down. Under 2.5 now here in the first quarter. 13-0 is your score. Saints on top and driving. They break huddle and come to the line. That same I formation. Tippmann and Crone in the backfield. Here's a snap. Little fullback blast this time. Now we've got some false start here. A little procedure against the Saints. So that'll move them back 5.
1st and 15. They tried a little fullback dive there, but was whistled dead before they got rolling. Not sure who jumped off. Couldn't really tell. Didn't see any movement necessarily.
No. But the officials did, and they're the guys in charge. So 1st and 15 here for the Saints after the procedure penalty. Here's a snap. Tailback. Right side, not much there for Tippmann. Good penetration by the Hornets that time. No gain.
Outstanding job defensively. big number 50 for the Hornets was there. That is David Frank, 6'4", 247 up front on the defensive line. Nice job with that stick.
Ellinger checks out. Crone checks back in for the Saints. 2nd and 15 here. Ball resting at their own 37-yard line. Working off the right hash mark. Again, I formation. Lytle under center. Blitz coming. Here's a snap. He looks to throw. Looking, firing. Deep over the middle. He's got a man, and it's caught. Finley again with a fingertip grab near the 27-yard line.
Got behind the defense on a post route. They've been running posts all season long. It's probably their favorite pass route, and having Finley there, a little bit more separation than we've been accustomed to the last few weeks.
Oh, my heavens. Finley brings a dimension to this Dwenger offense that has been unseen. And they are making Angola pay big chunks at a time here. So, again, 1st and 10 now for the Saints. Here's a pitch to the left side. Tillman puts a shoulder into it, gets down to about the 25-yard line.
Toss sweep. Luke Honer comes up from his linebacker spot for the Hornets and makes a nice stop. Just 2 yards on that play. I was a little nervous about Finley on that catch because the full weight of the defender fell on him right. On that collarbone, and he popped up pretty quickly, so that's a great sign,
He's
Sean.
Ready to go. O'Keefe is going to be at the top of the screen here, wide out to the right side. Finley on the short side left. Here's a snap. Again, give to the first man through. That's Ellinger clawing and scratching his way forward. Forward progress should take him down to about the 22. That might do it for our first quarter of play. Now they're stopping the clock.
It's a great decision on the part of the Saints. They've called a timeout here, the 22.3 seconds. They're going to use the wind here, still at their back. We're getting near the red zone. I'd be shocked if they called timeout to run the ball, Sean.
Yeah, that's right.
So expect it in the air here.
All right, so they've got a timeout on the field, 22.3 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Right now we're going to send it down to the sidelines. He's been with us all night, but we haven't had an opportunity to check in with him. He may or may not have some updates. Nick Gray, are you with us down there? That would be a no for Nick Gray. So
sorry about that, guys. I am right here.
Okay.
So just to remind everybody that Bishop Luers is starting a half hour later, so that game's just getting underway. But right now, Snyder is down at Carmel, and they are losing 7-0. And another kind of local game is Adams Central's over at Monroe Central, and Adams Central's winning that one 7-0. So we'll try to get some of the West Lafayette, Brebeuf scores because they're the ones that are going to end up playing Luers or Mishawaka Marion. And keep you updated all night long. Back up to you guys.
All right, Nick, thanks very much for that update. We'll check in with Nick periodically throughout the evening. All right, the timeout is over. 3rd and 4 here coming up for the Saints. Lytle is alone in the backfield. Blitz comes through the middle. It's picked up, firing to the flats, and no, incomplete. He was going for Eifert as he was coming inside, and it was no good. They stopped the clock with 18.9 seconds remaining.
Ran a little slant to Eifert, almost a pick play where Finley came outside, kind of picked off the corner, and Eifert came free, but they weren't able to connect.
All right, so it looks like Garrett.
4th and 5. Looks like about nearly a 40-yard attempt, Sean.
Yeah.
But they've got the wind.
That's right, they do. It'll be teed up at the 29-yard line, so add 10 for the end zone. So the 39, 40-yarder coming up right here from Michael Garrett. The snap is good. The hold is down. The kick is up. It's got distance. He splits the uprights. It's good. Number 24, Garrett, with 3 more points on the board for the Saints.
Great job by the Saints of strategy there.
Yes.
I mean, to stop the clock. I think they've done a great job, quite frankly, with strategy the entire first quarter. They elected to defer. They kicked off with the win. They've pinned Angola back deep the entire game. Angola really has barely been past the 50-yard line the entire night.
Yeah.
And they've used that wind and the deferring of the kick the deferring of receiving the kick, I should say, to their advantage the entire first quarter. So some great strategy by the Saints up front.
That they have. And 16-0 is your first quarter score here. We still have 15 seconds remaining in the first quarter. So the Saints will begin to, again, kick with the wind at their back. And that'll give the Hornets an opportunity to either accept the touchback or have a return on their hands. The last kick, they were able to get a return along with a personal foul, which gave them very good field position. But once again, they weren't really able to put a drive together to get into the end zone. So the Saints defense has really stiffened so far. The cold weather seems not to have affected them. And the offense tonight has really been a horse of a different color. I tell you what, this big play ability from the Saints is something we are just not used to. Here's Filler's kick, line drive kick taken near the 7-yard line. He's up to the 15, the 20, looking for some room, finding some room through the middle. Gets it out to about the 31-yard line. Lavanos, yeah, that time. We're going to talk about him a lot tonight. He is a playmaker for Angola. And that leaves 8.6 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
Angola will be thrilled to finish this first quarter and move on to the second.
Yes.
Play a little bit with the wind and try to get something going. But, if you're the Hornets, obviously this was the worst possible start for them, being down 16-0 after one.
They're kind of a mirror image of the Saints. They're really heavily on a ground game, an option team, and they like to grind and pound. So here's a snap. Quarterback decides to keep it this time, breaks one tackle, gets to the outside, runs forward to about the 36, 35-yard line, and that's going to do it for our first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. 16-0 is your first quarter score. We're going to flop sides and come back with more regional championship action. We're back in 1 minute. You're listening to high school football right here on Redeemer Radio, 106.3.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team. We're treating injuries when and where they happen and working to prevent them before they do. We believe the best care is coordinated care, helping ensure you get the individualized services you need every step of the way, offering innovative treatment techniques to get you or the athlete you love back in play. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. They just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
Welcome back to New Haven, Indiana, ladies and gentlemen. This is high school football here on Redeemer Radio. Start of the second quarter where the Saints are up 16-0 over Angola. Angola with the ball facing a 2nd and 6 from their own 36-yard line. Blitz comes from the outside. He looks to throw. He's hit, and it is dislodged, and they call it an incomplete pass. Ellinger that time.
Wow, Ellinger came off the edge. I think he was unblocked, quite honestly, and the Saints are relentless in that pass rush, and Coach Kolkman appears to be right. The turf is presenting itself very well for the Saints pass rush.
Big third down here for Angola. Can they keep the drive alive? 3rd and 6 from their own 36-yard line. Double wings and a single setback. Man in motion coming towards the quarterback. Here's a snap. Quarterback decides to keep it. Finds some room through the middle. He's off. He's got the first down or more out to the 48-yard line.
They're getting some mileage out of that power read. They're faking the jet. The quarterback keeps it, follows the pulling guard around, and that's a really nice pickup for the Hornets.
And it was. New life, a huge third down conversion that time for Angola. Take the ball out just shy of the 49-yard line. From the shotgun. Here's a snap. Again, read option. They try to pitch it. The pitch, he's hitting the backfield. He cannot get out, and he's pushed out of bounds after a big tackle for loss.
Felt like the entire Dwenger defense was there for for not only the dive fake, but the quarterback keep and the pitch. I mean, you got to cover all three phases of the triple option, but I think we had 2 or 3 guys on it every phase of the triple option.
Yeah, Luevanos didn't have a chance, and Gibson didn't have a chance as well. Big tackle for loss brings up 2nd and 15 now. High snap. The ball is in the air. He tries to make a silk purse out of it. Sow's ear. Just tried to find some room. Won't find much. Falling forward out to about the 48.
The defense for the Saints is just relentless. And it appears to me they're a turf team, Sean.
Yeah, no kidding. We'll actually call that another loss of 1. Brings up 3rd and 16 now. And Angola really struggling. 2 wideouts to the right side. Here's a snap. He rolls to his right, looking to throw on the run. He's got pressure. He's got hit, and he's sacked. big-time sack right there. Was that T.J. McGarry?
McGarry from his linebacker spot. The Saints rushed 3. They brought Hayden Ellinger off the weak side and brought McGarry to the strong side from the middle linebacker spot, and he was able to get to the quarterback. They have attempted multiple passes but haven't put one in the air yet.
No, they surely have not. And call it a covered sack or call it McGarry spying the quarterback, whatever you will. It was great defense by the Saints. Punt is on. Snap is a little low. Nearly gets blocked, but a beautiful punt that time. And it's going to be taken. No, dropped by the Saints, covered at the 25.
Finley back to return that and bounced off of his shoulder pads, but he was able to jump right on it.
So the Saints will take over officially at the 26-yard line. So Angola shows a little bit of triumph there. They were able to move the ball, get a first down, but still have to cough it back up with the punt and give the ball back to the Saints.
Had one high snap in there. I mean, when you're playing against the Saints defense, you've got to be virtually perfect. You cannot make even the smallest mistakes.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So here come the Saints on offense. I formation as Lido gets under center. Wide out left and right. Pitch left side. TJ Tippmann this time gets a block. Gets out to the outside, tries to spin out of it, gets to the 30, and not much more than that.
Ryan Brandt from his safety spot for the Hornets did a really nice job of stretching that play to the sideline. He was able to shed the block from Lucas Crone, the fullback of the Saints, and get out there and slow that down. What looked like it could have been a huge gain only gets him about 4.
Yep. 2nd and 6 now as the clock continues to wind. Down to 9.5 now, 16-0 is your score. Saints on top. Single setback now for the Saints. 2 wideouts on the short side left. 1 wideout right. Here's a snap. Give to the tailback through the middle. Gets it breaking outside. That's Tippmann on the run. First down, 45-50. Puts a shoulder into it, taking him, Jackler down to about the 44-yard line.
Oh, my. Just a one-back power right up the middle. Nothing special, but the Saints find a lot of running room through there.
Takes it into Angola territory. They mark it at the 43-yard line. Devin Tippmann doing a fine job in the running back spot tonight for the Saints. Showing a lot of that balance. That big chunk ability, not only on the ground tonight for the Saints, but especially through the air, something we hadn't seen so far. On 1st and 10. Here's a snap. Give to Tippmann again. Number 39. Tries his way through the middle. Forces his way down to about the 39.
Isolation play where Devin followed his fullback Crone through there and does a nice job of picking up. Even when the Angola defense is in the right spot, it's still a 3, 4, or 5 yard gain, Sean.
That's exactly right. And that's tough. That's going to be a grind all night long for Angola. Because, again, 3 or 4 yards on every play, that gets you first downs. 2nd and 6 now for the Saints. Here's a snap. First back through this time. Patiently back there is Ellinger. He won't find much. He'll get to the 38. Gain him 1, maybe 2. Simple
fullback dive. I almost feel like they run that as their change up to the fastball, so to speak, using a little baseball terminology. They do that ultimately just to keep the defense on its heels, and they'll come right back, I'm sure, at this point with a tailback run.
Yeah, Ellinger checks out as Crone checks back in. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5 now for the Bishop Dwenger Saints. At the Angola 38-yard line, here's a snap. Oh, he looks to throw. He's flushed. Rolling to the right, throwing deep. He's got a man, and again it's Finley. Flag's coming out. That looks like some pass interference, but who's it going to be on, Corey?
I think it's going to be on Chase Soler, the Angola Hornets. There was some hand fighting down there, and he really didn't provide the receiver, Patrick Finley, the opportunity to get back to the ball.
And it will go against the defense. And it's just so critical, Corey. The defensive back has to know where that ball is. You have to look like you have a right to that position as well. The officials are going to call that every time.
Well, the thing that's happened here this week with the addition of Patrick Finley back is teams are no longer going to be able to cover that receiver with just one defensive back. Right. They're bringing everybody else in the box to stop the run, and they're expecting one defensive back on an island to cover Patrick Finley, and that's a tough job.
The penalty brings up a 1st and 10 for the Saints at the 23-yard line. Here's a snap, get to the tailback, following his lead blocker, right side, is Devin Tippmann. a couple.
Ryan Brandt again from the safety spot, and when you're a defensive coordinator, the last thing you want to see is your safety making a lot of tackles, particularly between the tackles.
Yeah.
And that's what's going on right now in that Hornet defense.
McGarry and T.J. Tippmann now check in for the Saints on 2nd and 7 after that gain of 3 by Devin Tippmann. Just outside the red zone at the 21-yard line. Here's a snap. Power eye to the right. They go to the right. Let's check that left side. Oh, he puts a shoulder into him inside the 20. That's Ellinger with a huge power run down to about the 17.
Hellinger just ran over Jacob Domanski for the Hornets. We'll credit him with the tackle, but he got a lot more than he bargained for.
Yeah, he did. Felt that one. All right, so a run that time brings up about a 3rd and 4 now for the Saints as they mark it at the 17-yard line. Inside the red zone now are the Saints after that run. Power eye right. This time they go left. T.J. Tippmann has it, scampers to the left side, breaks it to the outside, is pursued. Will he have the first down? I believe he does, just outside the 10.
The Hornets are putting 11 guys in the box, and it still doesn't matter.
Right. Yeah.
That power eye is one tough customer to stop.
Well, and they're running to the opposite side, too.
They are. They're going away from the strength of the formation. You're right, and that's mixing it up versus last week. But again, 11 guys in the box, and you still can't really slow it down.
Ball is just outside the 10-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Saints. Here's a snap. Again, power eye right side. T.J. Tippmann scampers through the line. The 5, the end zone, touchdown. A 10-yard scamper by T.J. Tippmann scores 6 for the Saints.
And they did it again. They went away from the strength of the power eye, and T.J. just has an unbelievable ability to hide behind those big fellas, and then he'll spin. Devin's a straight-ahead power runner, and T.J.'s more of a slasher, but what great complements to each other they are.
They surely are. Tools to get the job done wherever you are on the field. That's what the Tippmanns give you right there. And the Saints are now going to decide, are they going to go for 2 or just a chip shot?
The offense is on the field.
That they are. Ball on the 2.5-yard line. And now we've got a timeout on the field called by the Saints. They want to talk about this. When 22-0 is your score, with 5:58 remaining, we'll step out for a 30-second break. You're listening to high school football here on Redeemer.
Are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
Haven High School, where the Bishop Dwenger Saints have taken a commanding lead 22-0 over the Angola Hornets in regional championship play. Timeout on the field right now as the special teams unit for the Saints prepares for the point after attempt. And they had originally lined up with the offense on the field, and it looks like Coach Mark Watts is out there talking to the offense again, as young Mr. Garrett is not on the field, but the offense is. Looks like they're going to line up with a power eye
we
left.
Got 10 guys on the field.
Here comes 11.
All right.
Big Joe Tippmann is going to be the power back on the left side, along with McGarry. T.J. Tippmann is your tailback. Here's a snap. Going to the right side this time. Gets hit in the backfield, slips down, no good.
Nothing doing on that power eye run. They went back to the well, away from the strength, and no success there.
So a nice job by Angola holding them to, I believe that was Lucas Waite, number 42, that plugged up Big Joe Tippmann that there and was not able to bounce TJ outside nor inside, and just got a good stop there. So the PAT is no good. Your score remains 22-0. We'll send it down to the sidelines with Eric Pete.
Well, thank you, Sean. I know that last play, Angola was able to stop on defense, but for the most part, as you have said, this Bishop Dwenger line is having its way with the Hornets. The Hornets are finding out that there's some big boys down there. Angola's used to kind of being the big boy on the block in the NECC. In their conference, they're the only 4A team. They play predominantly 1A, 2A, 3A schools. Only 5 of their opponents this year have been 4A, and they've never played 5A or 6A. So you can't fault them for their schedule, but you do know this time of year that Dwenger's battle-tested approach in the SAC bears a lot of weight.
I'm sure Coach Thomas is obviously disappointed. I mean, I think that he really felt like they learned something last year in getting whacked 34-0 up in Angola, and I'm sure he's probably somewhat beside himself at this point with their start.
Bishop Dwenger preparing to kick off. They're kicking left to right on your radio dial. From the 40 is Filler. Now this time into the wind, he hits a squib down the up back, takes it near the 35-yard line. Tripped up. Oh, ball was out. Saints say they have it. They're near the 41-yard line.
Tagliaferri was on the carry but coughed it up.
And there it is. They had a turnover on special teams, and the Saints recover, and they are back in business at the 37-yard line of Angola.
Like 93, big Jake Chapala got on that ball and made the recovery for the Saints. And again, we've talked about it ad nauseum at this point, but the Hornets just can't make mistakes like this if they want to stay in this game.
Well, and we talk about how great the special teams units are for the Bishop Dwenger Saints. There's just another prime example.
Absolutely.
First and 10 for the Dwenger offense. From the 37 now of the Hornets. Here's a snap, play action. He looks to throw, right side. He's got a man. He lofts it up. That's O'Keefe, and he's going to have a penalty as O'Keefe was driven out of bounds before the ball got to him.
The Angola Hornets secondary has maybe played about as bad a half of football as I've seen at the high school level this year.
Yeah.
They have had no idea where the receivers were. They're not looking for the football. They're interfering when the ball's in the air. They have really struggled.
That is going to move the ball down to about looks to be about the 22, maybe the 23-yard line after the defensive pass interference. They'll mark it at the 22-yard line and give Dwenger a fresh set of downs. So just outside the red zone are the Saints. I formation now. Lytle under center, pitch, right side. Tibman tries to get the edge. Won't find much there as he's taken down near the 21.
Now, really good job. Tagliaferri, the aforementioned Tagliaferri, who made the fumble on the kickoff return, looks like he's playing with a little chip on his shoulder now defensively.
That's right. So they brought him down inbound, so the clock continues to chip away now. 5:20 to go here in the first half. They place the ball at the 21-yard line, brings up a 2nd and 9. Lytle under center, I formation behind him. He looks to throw on 2nd down. Guns it, no good that time. Again, was going for Finley, and it looks like they got their wires crossed.
Yeah, it does, and it looks to me like Brendan's really rushing it back there in the pocket. He needs to relax. He's got all the time in the world in the pocket. His big linemen are creating a great pass protection pocket for him. He just needs to take his drop and calmly deliver the football.
3rd and 9 now for the Saints from the 21-yard line of Angola. I formation again. This time they give it to Tipman. Tries his way around the left edge. Not much there. He'll bowl his way inside the 20 down to about the 17-yard line.
We're going to see if Mr. Michael Garrett can connect on one end of the wind.
Yeah, and the wind is still gusting. Snow still coming down. Oh, well, flurries, not active snow. We don't really see much accumulation here, but when you look up into the sky, you can surely see the precipitation.
Looking like about a 35-yard attempt here.
And that's exactly what it'll be. Working off just inside the right hash mark is Garrett, number 24. Canary on the snap. The hold is down. The kick is up. It's held up in the wind. Off the post. He hit the post and no good. Corey, I thought it was going to, but it just at the apex just hung up and just stopped moving forward.
Like he kicked a little hook. Looks sort of like my golf game. Just hooked it right in there. I thought he had it, but also like my golf game, he missed.
He comes up short.
He comes up short.
That's right. All right, so the field goal attempt is no good by the Bishop Dwenger Saints. And the Angola Hornets will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. 4:24 remains in the first half. Your score, Bishop Dwenger 22, Angola 0. Angola comes out on offense. They are led by their senior quarterback, Jarrett Gibson, number 21. He's in the shotgun. Here's a snap. Reverse coming, no. Pitch, right side. Finding some room. Has some blockers. Gets to the edge. That is Schnepp, I believe. Number 32 gets knocked out of bounds and is slow getting up.
Like a little speed option they went with right there. Just get the edge in a hurry and made a nice play out of it, but may have lost their running back in the process.
Yeah, he is still writhing down on the far sidelines over there. Looks to be about a gain of about 9 as he gets out close to the 29-yard line.
Certainly don't like to see that. I believe other than their quarterback Gibson, he's the leading rusher on the team this season and a bit of an emotional leader on offense for him, so you hate to see that.
Yeah. Well, they actually mark it back at the 28-yard line. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 2. As Gibson will be in the shotgun. He's looking to the sidelines.
I think the officials are going to hold this up
while
they tend to that injured player.
He is deep enough. He's off the white paint, but they still want to attend to that young man and make sure he's doing okay, at least is in recovery mode from that shot. Did he maybe hit the stick? I mean, he was going out of bounds in a funny angle that way. Maybe he caught his leg on the stick.
From the other side of the field here, very difficult to get a good view of that.
Right.
Maybe Eric could help us down there.
Well, they're picking him up. Okay, so all right, so he's going to make his way over to the bench. So, and the round of applause goes up, and hopefully he's going to be all right, and we'll be able to see him again later on in the contest.
And those hits are always a little more painful when you're down 22-0.
Boy, aren't they? In your senior year, yeah. 2nd and 2 coming up for the Angola Hornets. Schnepp back there. Lavanos back there as well in the backfield. Man in motion across the line. And they do the jet sweep, trying to find the edge. He gets wrangled and hit, stuffed, back at the 25-yard line. Number 25, the carrier for the Angola Hornets.
Jacob Domanski on the jet sweep. Again, they faked the quarterback counter tray coming back the other way, but handed it to the jet sweep, and nothing really there.
No. Call that a loss of 3. Brings up 3rd and 5 now. Ball just inside the 25-yard line for Angola. As Gibson is in the shotgun. Man in motion. Across the line. Ball is loose. He picks it up and does not get out of trouble. He is sacked back at the 21-yard line.
Just simply cannot have that. You cannot have a bobbled snap when you're trying to beat the Bishop Dwenger Saints defense. It just, they've got to play a perfect game of football to even be in this game, and you can't make little mistakes like that.
Yeah, you talked about it earlier too, Corey. A bobbled snap, a high snap. These mistakes will cost you. That defense is relentless.
Relentless is the best word we can use.
Ball remains at the 21-yard line. Brings up 4th and 9. Punt team is on. That's Honer back there, number 33, kicking with the wind. 2 men back deep for the Saints near their own 43-yard line. And now we've got timeout on the field. Angola burns a timeout here with 3:03 remaining in the first half. 22-0 is your score. We'll step out for a little 30-second break as well. Stick around, folks. You're listening to Regional Championship Football right here on Redeemer Radio 106.3.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Timeout is over as Angola prepares to punt this ball away. Again, Luke Honer, number 33, in to punt with the wind behind him. They're looking at a 4th and 9 situation from their own 21-yard line. 1 man back deep for the Saints. Looks like Eifert. Kick is up, nearly blocked. High floating kick. Eifert calls for the fair catch. Ball is on the ground, still loose. Angola recovers. No, wait, they didn't. Eifert regains possession after the ball was squibbing all over the place. leapt on it, and he has got the ball at the 35-yard line.
Angola had it. Number one, Lavanos had the ball on his back, and the Saints come in there and drill him while he's on his back. I think they're probably fortunate there's no instant replay to check that play, check and see if he was down, because I could think he very well could have been.
Right.
But the officials let it continue, and the Saints recover. They're very fortunate.
Very fortunate. Mistake missed that time by the Saints. So the offense is back on the field from the 35-yard line. Brendan Lytle, the sophomore quarterback, lines up in the shotgun. Give right through the middle. Devin Tippmann knocks over 3 guys. Stiff arms out at the 50. Down the sidelines. He's got 1 man. Steps out. Back to the 35, through the 30, dragging tacklers with him to the 26-yard line.
Devin Tippmann is going to prove me wrong. He spun out of there. He made a great agility move on the sidelines and showed a little TJ there in that run. He's going to hate me for that comment, but outstanding run by Devin Tippmann.
Yeah, that energizes the sidelines and the crowd here for the Saints. And again, a huge first down.
Energized me.
Yeah, down to the 32-yard line, and the Saints are back in business now. I formation. Lytle under center. Here's a snap. Tippmann again. Through the middle. Spins through the middle. Drags a tackler with him. Takes it down inside the 25 to about the 22.
Back-to-back spin moves. He's figuring out how effective that can be in traffic down there, and does a nice job.
And he does. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Saints up 22-0 and now threatening. Ball just outside the red zone at the 22-yard line. Saints facing a 2nd and 5.
Just appears to me, Sean, they can do about anything they want right now.
I would agree, yeah. From the shotgun, single setback. Oh, ball's on the ground, and he falls on it. That was certainly a mistake by Brendan Lytle. That was a good snap right there in the breadbasket, and I think he was staring down his receiver before he had that ball, Corey.
And you've also got to wonder if maybe the first time we're playing all season under the freezing temperatures have some impact on both sides.
Sure.
Angola and the Saints at the quarterback position catching those shotgun snaps.
Right.
Fingers, the dexterity in those fingers may just not be what you'd want when we're at high 20s on the temps.
Loss of 6 that time, brings up 3rd and 11 now for the Saints. From the I formation, here's a snap, play action. Oh, he's got trouble. He goes down, big sack, back near the 38-yard line.
Tagliaferri on the sack. He came through there untouched on a little linebacker blitz, and well timed by the Angola coordinator.
Looks like the punt team is on for the Saints. Haven't seen these guys in a while. And P.J. Filler will be launching this one from about his own 50-yard line. 2 men back deep for Angola. That should be McCurdy and Lavanos back there.
They're going to let it tick down, use all the play clock they can. Going to probably punt this under 30 seconds in the half.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A timeout is called with 30.9 seconds remaining. The Bishop Dwenger Saints call a timeout here, so we'll step out for a 30-second break as well. Stick around, folks. This is Regional Championship Football on.
Runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
All right. Bishop Luers fans, if you're looking for the Luers Knights tonight, be sure to check out RedeemerRadio.com, our sister station from South Bend. 95.7 has that broadcast for you. Ange DiCarlo and his crew are there at Luers Field, and as they take on the Marion Knights. So be sure to go to RedeemerRadio.com and listen live to 95.7.
That may have been an Angola fan, Sean.
It may have. The kick is up, and it is hung up and goes about 10 yards. mostly out of bounds. It looked like it was tipped.
Yeah, I believe it was. I believe big number 50 maybe for the Hornets was in there. David Frank, 6'4", 247, senior defensive lineman, I think got a paw on it.
All right, so let's see where they marked this. It looks to be north of the 40, out to the right at the 40 it looks like. Yeah, so again, a short field coming up for Angola with 25 seconds remaining here in the first half. Bishop Dwenger 22, Angola 0.
Got to wonder if the Hornets will take a shot down the field or whether they'll just take a knee and go in at half and try to regroup.
They're going to have two wideouts on the right side, two wide left, on the short side, and a single setback. Blitz comes. Backside pressure. They don't have him. He looks to run through the middle. He's hammered in the linebacker core. Gets out to about the 44. And that is another timeout taken now by Angola. They're going to try and preserve that clock and get something done.
It was a design draw play, actually, I believe. It appeared that he took off there, but they have no answer for that outside blitz from the Saints defense. When they send Ellinger off the edge, no answer to block him.
Yeah, they surely don't. Let's go down to the sidelines and check in with Eric Pete.
Well, guys, I was down near the Dwenger huddle after that last timeout on 4th down, and those players were asking the coaches, hey, can we go for it? And it evoked a smile from Coach Garrett. Ultimately chose to kick that one away, but these players, boy, I tell you, they might be even more aggressive than the Dwenger coaches. They want to get out here and continue this dominance tonight.
When you're up 22-0, you smell blood in the water, right?
Yeah, that's right. You bet. Yeah, great stuff, Eric. Thanks very much for bringing us that perspective. It is 22-0 with 18.1 seconds remaining in the first half. Angola really not able to get much of anything done whatsoever, at least consistently tonight, Corey.
No, absolutely right. Again, we've been saying it all first half, but just the worst possible start for Angola in this half of football.
Two wideouts to the right side, one wide left of the wing left. From the shotgun, here's the snap. He looks to throw, looks over the middle, guns it. Deep, left side, up and incomplete that time. Jump ball is no good. Looks to be about double or triple coverage out there, too.
Well, they do have a positive on the play. I believe that's the first ball that they've propelled past the line of scrimmage with the forward pass so far tonight.
Yeah.
So baby steps, but did not complete it.
3rd and 6 now coming up for Angola. Renbarger on the coverage that time for the Saints. Again, they spread things out, man in motion to the right side. And we've got a whistle. That's going to be against Dwenger.
Offsides. Somebody jumped into the neutral zone, clearly.
So that's a free 5 yards. It will not be enough to give the Angola Hornets a first down, but it will bring up 3rd and short. And not a whole lot of time left on the clock, just under 12 seconds remaining. So, again, what are they going to do? Let's check it out. Man in motion to the right side. And he's got the jet sweep right side. He's trying to get to the sidelines. Turns it up. Still on his feet. Takes it past the midfield stripe to the 46-yard line. They stop the clock with 5 seconds remaining.
They stop it for first down or they call a timeout?
I think they called their final timeout, Corey. So we're going to go ahead and step out for a little 30-second break ourselves. Folks, when we come back, the final 5 seconds of the first half between the Bishop Dwenger Saints and the Angola Hornets. We're back in 30. You're listening to
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
2, 1.
Along with Corey Kitchen, I'm Sean McBride, broadcasting live from New Haven High School, regional championship football action, where it is 22-0, the Bishop Dwenger Saints on top of the Angola Hornets with 5 seconds remaining here in the first half. Angola has burned their final timeout, and we are getting ready to go back to live action. As both teams now back out on the field, could very well be the last play of the game. Two wideouts to the right side, one wide left for Angola, looking to throw. Steps up into the pocket, launches it. Hail Mary, right side up and incomplete. No good.
Many defenders there for the Saints. Just a tough one to complete.
Folks, Bishop Luers High School opened its doors in 1958. Join us as we celebrate 60 years of Catholic education. Visit the website at bishopluers.org. Football fans, that's going to do it for our first half of action. The Bishop Dwenger Saints on top of the Angola Hornets 22-0. When we come back, we'll get the stats from Charlie, talk about the numbers, and the premiere of a vaunted Dwenger passing attack here in the regional championship against the Angola Hornets. Lots to talk about during our halftime presentation. Stick around, folks. We're back in 1 minute. You're listening to Regional Championship Football here on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Clear.
When you experience a sports injury, muscle, or joint pain, you want treatment right away. Parkview Ortho Express provides same-day orthopedic and sports injury care without referral or appointment, offering diagnostics, x-rays, the region's only body composition DEXA scan right inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Walk in Monday through Thursday, 7 to 7, Friday, 7 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. For more information, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com/orthoexpress.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
This is the first time I've been able to do this kind of more complete understanding or view of your body. One of the things that's really important about this is that it's kind of legitimizing us as athletes.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Concussions. They're a concern for parents of athletes in any sport. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine is leading the way with the area's first concussion clinic. Our integrated sports medicine team utilizes an innovative, evidence-based approach to manage athletic-related head injuries in those 14 and older, providing comprehensive care to get the athlete you love safely back in play. To schedule an appointment, call Parkview Sports Medicine at 266-4007. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ants in action. Get mad about blue.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. They just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education but also the experience.
Parkview Sports Medicine, especially since I've been a pro, has been a place where my game has really been able to develop in multiple facets: injury prevention, maintenance, physical therapy, weightlifting, agility work, all the things that I need to do in order to have an NBA body. This is the place for me to go when I come back home and I need to get a workout in. Always welcome me back with open arms.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Both runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
Very important to you, very important to your wife, Mary Kay. Speak to me a little bit about being a Catholic businessman. We talked about doing things right, but, there's more than that.
Yeah, well, we, Mary Kay and I belong to a Catholic business organization called Legatus. It was started by Tom Monahan up in, who's Domino's Pizza originator, and we joined that organization because it is a way for us to have a night out, a date night out, hear a wonderful speaker who talks to us about being a Catholic business person, and that lets us really embrace our beliefs and our faith, and then carry it out into the business world, and I think that's what it's all about.
And then networking with the fellow Catholic business people, celebrating Mass and things like that, right?
Yeah. And just take it, not only the Sunday Mass, but you take it from there out into the world. By the way, I heard a rumor from a unsubstantiated source. I heard a rumor that Ann has signed off on you getting a new Gold Wing.
Oh, yeah. I wish that was true. So.
No, it's not substantiated then.
Okay, well, we'll see. Time will tell, Don. I appreciate that. Probably a four-wheeler, though, would be better.
That'll work.
So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I've been pleased to be joined with Don Ellardine. Ellardine Motorsports, a staple here in Fort Wayne. If you're out looking for some fun, I think Don's your guy. Stop by the dealership and he'll help you out. So Don, thank you so much for all that you do for Redeemer Radio, our Fort Wayne community, and then also the motorsports world.
Okay, thank you for having me. Enjoyed it. Thank you.
Good job. Once again, this has been Nick Gray, and pleased to be joined by Don Ellardine here. And with that, we'll send it back up to you guys.
22-0 is your halftime score, ladies and gentlemen. 9:44 remaining in our halftime show as the band is on the field entertaining the chilly crowd here. And you're just very pleased to be with us here from New Haven High School, where the Saints are on top of Angola again at 22-0. This is our Shawnee Construction halftime show. Shawnee Construction and Engineering, a full-service construction firm that meets and exceeds expectations with a 94% repeat and referral business. When they say partnering for a lifetime, they mean it. That's Shawnee Construction, our halftime sponsor. Folks, we're back in 1 minute after this little break. When we come back, we'll talk first half stats and look forward to the second half of play. You're listening to
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team. We're treating injuries when and where they happen and working to prevent them before they do. We believe the best care is coordinated care, helping ensure you get the individualized services you need every step of the way, offering innovative treatment techniques to get you or the athlete you love back in play. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. They offer degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. They just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education, but also the experience.
We are back during our halftime presentation here, folks, from New Haven High School. This is regional championship football here on Redeemer Radio. The score, 22-0, the Bishop Dwenger Saints on top of the Angola Hornets. And let's go to Corey Kitchen, who's got the first half stats. Corey, what do you have for us?
Courtesy of Charlie Stats McBride, the quietest guy in sports radio.
That's
we
right.
appreciate his help, as always. Pretty one-sided here, Sean. We've got the Saints 235 total yards in the first half. We had Devin Tittman, 13 carries for 120 yards on the ground. What a great half for Devin. TJ, 5 carries for 23 yards. TJ Tittman, that is. We've got Brendan Lytle had 2 carries. I believe both were sacks for a minus 15 yards. And then Hayden Ellinger also chipped in with 3 carries for 8 yards. The Saints through the air, 3 of 6, 99 yards passing for Brendan Lytle. The bulk of which 2 catches for 84 yards for Mr. Patrick Finley. Welcome back to the lineup. And then Patrick O'Keefe had 1 catch for 15 yards in there as well. Again, 99 passing yards, 136 yards rushing for the Saints, 235 total. For Angola, we are looking at 12 carries for 27 yards for their quarterback Gibson. 2 carries for McCurdy for 7 yards. Domanski had a carry for minus 3 yards. Lavanos had 3 carries for minus 3 yards. Schnepp, before his injury, had 3 carries for 11 yards. And then, and that's it. So no passing yards, 39 total yards in the first half for the Angola Hornets. So the Saints outgained the Hornets by nearly 200 yards in the first half.
You know, and we talk about the hidden weapon that was debuted tonight, the passing attack by the Bishop Dwenger Saints. Corey Kitchen. Finley obviously is a difference maker, a catch of 49 yards and a catch of 35 yards. Obviously the first play from scrimmage, that 49-yard strike from Lytle to Patrick Finley. A big difference maker, big stake in the heart, and really kind of set the tone, in my mind, for this first half of play.
No doubt about it. And they didn't do anything special.
Right.
I think it was more the poor defensive backfield play of the Hornets than it really was the Saints doing anything special. But just Patrick Finley's ability to create something offensively, just the threat of having him to be able to stretch the field, they feel more comfortable going downfield and taking those shots.
Right.
And it turned into points.
Yeah, it surely did. So again, talking about points, 22-0 is your halftime score. The Saints really doing everything very, very well tonight. A few hiccups along the way, but in my mind, Corey, when we look at the offensive scheme, a lot of film was broken down, a lot of study. They knew who to go after. They knew where the weak points might be, and the offensive line has really done a great job exploiting those weaknesses. And really, the connections have been there through the air with the wind tonight.
They have, and we have not been able to see the full arsenal of the Saints over the last couple of weeks, not just because of Patrick Finley's injury, but because of the field.
Yeah.
I think the unsung hero in tonight's game is the turf. I brought it up earlier. Coach Kolkman told me it would have a major impact on them up front, probably more so than at the speed positions, and he's been spot on with that.
Well, and let's flip that coin a little bit and talk about that Saints defense right now, because they do need to be talked about. They've been pressuring the quarterback. They've been sealing those edges. They've been doing everything right. Occasionally there's a glimmer of hope for Angola through the middle. They've been able to trap a little bit. But Cutter up front has been doing a fantastic job sealing that edge. And you look at T.J. McGarry and company, that linebacker core. My goodness, they're scary good.
They are scary good. And I think the combination of Wayne's offensive line and that mud field basically rendered the pass rush non-existent last week.
Right.
But it has returned in a big way tonight.
Yeah.
Hayden Ellinger off the edge has been unblockable.
Yeah, he has. Yep.
And I'm not sure they've tried, quite honestly,
right?
Because they haven't had an answer for that blitzing linebacker, the outside linebacker coming off the outside, but off the weak side in most cases. But yeah, they have that pass rush has been, as we've said all season long, relentless.
And we talk about these guys quite a bit, maybe more so because we know them as friends. But you talk about Coach Kolkman, Coach Watts, Coach Garrett. These guys have this team really dialed in. mentally as well as spiritually. And they come out ready to play. They know their assignments, and they have dialed up some really good game plans on both sides of the ball.
I think, the strategy that they used in the first half, we have to give a little bit of credit. I mean, they're deferring, kicking with the wind, pinning Angola deep, making them earn it right out of the gate in a regional game when they're coming off a 34-0 loss last year, and you pin them deep right out of the gate with, our kickoffs. John Paul Filler, I believe, is kicking off for us and kicked the first two into the end zone for touchbacks. No return. They've got to go 80 yards. I mean, it's been tough sledding, and I think the strategy used in the first half to go with the wind to start with and pin them deep, obviously paid off in a big way.
It surely has. Folks, we're going to step out for a little 1-minute break. When we come back, we will look forward to the third quarter action. 22-0 is your score. Saints on top of Angola. Stick around, folks. We're back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Regional Championship Football on Redeemer Radio, 106.3.
Parkview Sports Medicine is an integrated sports medicine team.
I mean, I always had my family behind me. I always had my team behind me, but to have staff that wanted the best for me and to get me feeling better the quickest was really reassuring.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
And ladies and gentlemen, where your score is 22-0, getting ready to wrap up the halftime presentation brought to you by Shawnee Construction. So again, the Saints 22, the Angola Hornets 0. Right now, I think we're going to head down to the sidelines with Eric Pete, get the sideline perspective of the first half and maybe what he thinks we might see in the second half as the Saints come out of the huddle and get ready to take the field. Eric Pete, are you with us, sir?
I'm with you, Sean. Boy, that first half, you guys have said a lot about it, but the passing game, not only for Dwenger but for Angola, just a stark difference. It seems every time the Saints drop back for a pass, something good happens, whether it's a long completion to Patrick Finley or a pass interference call that they are the beneficiaries of. Meanwhile, Angola, every time they drop back for a pass, it's almost always something bad that happens.
Yeah.
Either a sack or an incompletion the one time they actually got the ball downfield. I think for Angola, the thing that they've had the most success with is Gibson on his quarterback keep through the middle. And, that shouldn't surprise because he has played running back for the last couple seasons as he has sat behind Chance Roddy at quarterback. So he's got plenty of experience running the football. And I think, you might see some more of that in the second half, but at the same time, being down 3 scores, Angola can't waste a lot of time. They've got to start airing it out at some point. And try to get that vertical pass game going. Yeah. So for Bishop Dwenger, as good as they're playing, I know that Coach Garrett's going to have his list of things that they can improve on. As you saw several points there, they missed the 2-point conversion. They missed a field goal. They had some plays there on third down that came up short. And, some of those plays are the type of plays that could make a difference in a ball game come a later round of this tournament. So I think if there's anything that Coach Garrett is going to say, great job, guys. We're playing really well, but there are some things that we're going to have to fix as we go forward, guys.
Sure. Yeah, clean a few things up here and there, and, you're exactly right. Good points there, Eric. Absolutely. Well, folks, Redeemer Radio would like to thank Notre Dame Federal Credit Union for their continued support of our Catholic high school sports coverage in Fort Wayne. That's Notre Dame Federal Credit Union. We are down to under 2 minutes to go here in our halftime presentation. Corey, the Saints are going to get the ball back in the to start this second half. Again, that first drive in the third quarter, typically always a statement drive. This is what you've done. You've made some adjustments, or you've gone in and you've said, okay, business as usual. We're going to keep going, keep doing what we do, for the Saints. if they put 6 more points on the board, good heavens.
Yeah, you can stick a fork in the Hornets at that point, I think. Certainly the key to any chance of getting back in this ball game is they've got to get a stop right here, right now on this first series, does Angola. Without it, we can start singing songs up here.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And nobody wants that.
No.
Especially us. All right. Again, so let's talk about next week. When we talk about the Bishop Dwenger Saints, they are on the road. That's a given. We know that. The question is, will they take on the Cavemen, or will they take on their contact in the Inferno?
Devils. Yeah. Two tough places to play. I believe it's called Steel Field in Mishawaka. They're a flex bone team, and they are a hard-nosed, run-oriented football team. And then we all know, as Dwenger fans, how difficult it is to go up to Lowell and play the Red Devils in their home they call the Inferno. We've taken some of our best Saints teams up there over the years and been unable to get out of there with a win. So tall order, regardless of where they be headed next week.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So they're going to finish this one out, and if, in fact, the Saints win, we talk about the best football, at least in my mind, is being played up here in the north. And so they've got this one, possibly the next one. Not saying, the state championship is a gimme by any means. But, again, when we talk about it, I think they had a tougher road last week, clearly, against Wayne compared to this Angola team.
Yeah, no question about it. Wayne was able to match up with them size and speed. And they really haven't found anybody else in the playoffs thus far that's had that combination.
Yep.
Will they find a worthy opponent in that way over the next couple of weeks is going to decide their opportunity to get a blue ring as the 2015 team is wearing.
That's right. Finley is back for the Saints, number 21, preparing to return this kickoff. He's standing at about his own 2-yard line. Angola does have the wind to start this second half. And we are getting set for third quarter action here. Kicker is Brandt. No, check that, excuse me. Number 16, not 15.
Number 16, Eric Cockcroft,
Cockcroft.
who I'm told is probably their valedictorian.
Okay.
Very smart young man, and Coach Thomas told me that they had both the senior and the junior number one academic individuals in each class on the football team.
Wow. Okay.
So he was very proud of that, as he should be.
Darn right. Student athlete, not athletic
Absolutely.
students. Student comes first.
Yeah, the junior that's the valedictorian is Chase Soler.
Fantastic. Talked about him tonight as well. All right, so Cockcroft marches it off. Precipitation continues, a little bit thicker now and a little bit colder. Wind chill down in the 20s. And here comes Angola's kick from the 40. High line drive kick this time. Finley will have it near the 3-yard line, going to the left side. Looking for that wall to get set up. He's got to return at the 20. Steps out of 1 tackle, steps out of 2, gets to the 30, wrangled down shy of the 30. And the Saints will take over 1st and 10 near their own 28.
Awfully nice to be able to say Patrick Finley on the return.
Yeah, that's right. He is a difference maker, which has been evident tonight. So the Saints will come out on offense. Lytle throwing 50%, 3 for 6 in the first half, but big numbers associated with those 3 completions.
The other thing Finley does by returning is he allows Griffin Eifer to break just playing one way on defense, and it probably strengthens the entire unit.
Yep, good call. Finley is wide out to the right side. I formation. Lytle gives it the tailback. Tipman off tackle left side. He's got room. He breaks 2 tackles, gets to the near midfield, finally taken down near the 46-yard line.
Goodness gracious, what a great power run. That's exactly what they ran. They pulled the guard out in front, ran the power from the I formation, and Devin picks up another big run. He's on his way to a 200-yard night at this pace.
That was a 17-yard gain out to the 46-yard line for Tipman, and a 1st and 10 for the Saints. He'll stay in his tailback. Lytle will be under center, looks over the defense, takes his time. Line is set. Saints looking to grind out as much time as possible here. Again, left side, this time inside the tackle, has the first down, down to the 40, looking for more room, still on his feet at the 30, stiff arm, the 20, the 15, the 10, he could do it, touchdown!
The same play, 2 power plays, and they're in the end zone.
Unbelievable, a 54-yard run by Devin Tippin, number 39, the sophomore 180-pound running back, scorches Angola again.
He broke multiple tackles on his way, Sean. I mean, he had a big hole initially, but he made a great run.
Very tough to bring down is Devin Tippin, and the Saints do exactly what they wanted to do to start the third quarter.
Yep, 2 plays.
Yeah.
And now they're going for 2.
That they are. Lytle comes back out. He's going to confer with the official first. He says, hey, can you put that on the right hash mark, please? Yes, sir. I'll do just that.
Got to assume that they're going to run something to the left side.
Yeah.
More than likely.
So they're going to go for 2 here at 28-0. Going to have an I formation. Lytle will be under center. Wide out to the right and left. Here's a snap. He looks to throw. Quick throw, and he's got O'Keefe. PAT is good. The conversion is good to O'Keefe, number 10. 2 more points on the board. Takes it up to 30-0.
Put it on the right hash so that they could throw a hitch out to the right side and have a shorter throw. Just took the snap from under center. Didn't even take a drop. Just chucked it out there to O'Keefe. Easy 2.
I got to tell you, when they score, Big Joe Tippin comes over to the guy in the end zone and he lifts him up, just kind of power lift right there. That's got to be exciting, isn't it?
Well, I'm worried about getting somebody hurt. It's a long fall from up there.
Absolutely right. Eric Pete, check in with us. What do you have, sir?
Well, I'm hearkening back to my days calling CYO games here, but I tell you what, watching Devin Tippin run and play linebacker for St. Charles as an 8th grader, his head coach, Sam Tallarico, said he is good enough to start on any high school JV team right now.
Yeah.
And, boy, his maturation process just is accelerated.
That was only 2 years ago, Eric.
Yeah, I know. And here he is.
Yep, that's right. He is on display. And a great 54-yard run puts 6 more points on the board for the Saints. And it was Lytle to O'Keefe for the 2-point conversion at 10:57 to go here in the third quarter. And now your score is 30-0. And boy, is it getting late early for the Angola Hornets. Filler to kick into the wind. It's a low liner on the ground, and it's going to be hard to pick up. He does have the ball and does not get much of a return. But again, good field position for the Hornets as they start out near the 35-yard line.
Good coverage by the Saints. Anytime you have a squib kick there, those are a little tougher to cover at times, and they still held them inside the 35 for initial starting position for the Hornets.
So the first drive of the second half now on display for Angola. Again, they're led by Jared Gibson, the senior quarterback, 5'10", 170 pounds. He'll be in the shotgun with wings on both sides. Man in motion, going to the far side. Quarterback decides to keep it, looking for some room in the middle, and he is going to be stuffed after falling forward for a gain of a few. Number 97.
Big Vinny Fiacable in there wearing 97 tonight. I don't know if maybe he forgot his jersey at school today or what the story is with Vinny, but he's wearing 97. Maybe that's to surprise him.
It's a gain of 3, brings up 2nd and 7. And again, same play this time. They do the jet sweep this time. And number 2 tries to find the edge, and he won't find much. That's Joel McCurdy, another senior.
The jet sweep that the Saints defense did a great job of stretching out to the sidelines where they could get some tacklers there. And again, 3rd and 8 for the Hornets. They've been 3rd and long all night long.
Yeah. We'll call that actually a tackle for loss. And it is, bringing up 3rd and 8. Not a good situation for the Hornets. Their offense isn't designed for this. Looks to throw. He's flushed from the pocket. Tries to go north and south. He's swallowed up and stopped at the 35 and driven back.
He thought he had a little bit of real estate there, and that hole closed in a hurry. The Saints defense just continues to be relentless. 3, 4, 5 guys there on that tackle of the quarterback, and punting situation again.
Yeah, Ellinger again came in from his outside linebacker position there and just swallowed him alive. And again, that relentless defense on display for the Saints. Forces a punt. Honer, number 33, back to punt for the Angola Scout. He drops the ball, and he's hit, and he's going to be swallowed up, and he is going to be dropped. Forward progress near the 22-yard line.
And that's the kind of stuff that happens when it's not your night. You're down 30-0, and he just simply bobbled the snap when he was getting ready to punt it, and the Saints defense was there to make the tackle. Yeah. So, wow, tough night for the Hornets.
Indeed. So special teams again for the Saints comes up big and gives the offense a tremendous advantage now. They're going to mark this at the 23-yard line. And a 1st and 10 for Brendan Lytle and company. Power I right formation. Big Joe Tippmann out there. Here's a pitch right. Finds a corner. Not much there, though. Good pursuit by Angola coming up and making the stop near the 21.
Ryan Brandt primarily in there on the tackle for the Hornets. I think the Saints probably, if I'm trying to work my way into the mind of their coaching staff right now, 8:50 left in the third quarter. They're up 30-0. They've got the ball down to the Hornets 21. They've got the first unit in with the power I, and they're thinking, let's stick this in the end zone and then let's rest these guys.
Right. Yep. Keep it conservative and just grind it out. Power I left this time. That's TJ Tippmann, the tailback, going right through the middle. He's swallowed up. Not much there at all. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and not much more.
That's as good a job as anybody's done in recent weeks against that power I. You got to hand that to the Hornets defense.
Yes. Clock continues to tick down, close to the 8-minute mark now. If you're just joining us, the Saints are up 30-0 over the Angola Hornets. Just outside the Angola red zone at the 21-yard line, facing a 3rd and 8 now.
Probably, if not 4 down territory, they'll take another shot at a field goal here if they're unable to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd and 8, Lytle will be under center. Here's a snap. Fakes the tailback bootleg, left side, looking to throw. No, he's going to tuck it and run. Tries to get to the edge, does not get the first down. Gets it down inside the 20 to about the 16-yard line.
Ryan Brandt was shot out of a cannon. There wasn't anybody within 15 yards of Lytle around the edge, and 15 for the Hornets came out of nowhere to stick him out of bounds and force 4th down.
And we'll call that a 4th and 2 coming up now from the 16. They have to get it just inside the 14, so we'll call it about 4 and 2.5, maybe 3.
I just saw the speed that has led to those Division I offers for Ryan Brandt.
Right, yeah. Darn right. So here they come. Offense remains on the field for the Saints. It's going to be power I right. Lytle under center. Here's a snap. Tailback. That's TJ Tippmann this time. Bowling his way inside. He's going to be very close to a first down. Depends upon the spot, but I think he's got it.
I think he's got it.
They are marking a 1st and 10 for the Saints at the 13-yard line. And a new roll comes in for the Saints. 4 new players coming in, including O'Keefe and Finley.
It's like a hockey game. We got a line change.
That's right. Lucas Crone checks in as well. As Lytle gets into the huddle and calls the play. Again, 1st and 10 from the Angola 13. Wide out is Finley. Single man coverage on the right side. I formation behind Lytle as he looks over the defense. Here's a snap. Gives it the tailback. Devin Tippmann hit in the backfield and dropped. No gain.
Brandt again coming from that safety spot. They really don't have anybody, the Saints don't have anybody assigned to block the safety on a running play like that. So he's able to just shoot through there and use that speed.
Ellinger checks in as Crone checks out for the Saints. That's a tackle for loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and 11 now. Ball back at the 14. Going to be 2 wideouts to the right side, 1 wide left, and a single setback. Now O'Keefe going to the right side. Here's a man in motion is O'Keefe. He's looking to throw. Flush from the pocket. Is pursued. Throws downfield, and he's got a man. It is caught. Finley's got it inside the 5. Trying for the end zone. Touchdown.
When it's your night, it's your night. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Lytle was under duress. He got away. He found Finley. Finley was able to twist his way through about 3 or 4 defenders and find his way into the end zone.
Will not be denied, and another 6 points on the board for the Bishop Dwenger Saints. Finley on his debut back into the blue and gold, really making a name for himself tonight.
Hope they're not using up all of this good stuff.
That's right. So the special teams unit back out on the field for the point after. As Garrett, number 24, lines this one up. Canary on the snap. It's good. The hold is good. The kick is up into the wind, and it is good. With 6:06 remaining here in the third quarter, your score is now 37-0. The Bishop Dwenger Saints over the Angola Hornets. Stick around, folks. We're stepping out for a little 30-second break. You're listening to Regional Championship Football here on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
Sports medicine, especially since I've been a pro, has been a place where my game has really been able to develop in multiple facets. Injury prevention, maintenance, physical therapy, weightlifting, agility work, all the things that I need to do in order to have an NBA body. This is the place for me to go when I come back home and I need to get a workout in. Always welcome me back with open arms.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Welcome back to live coverage of Regional Championship Football here at New Haven. Let's check in real fast with Nick Gray.
Well, guys, the game we're keeping an eye on tonight is Lowell at Mishawaka. It's snowing up there. It's 0-0, about 2 minutes to go in the first half. Another game, Bishop Luers is beating Mishawaka Marion 28-0, and then West Lafayette is winning against Brebeuf 14-3. Back up to you guys.
All righty, here's the Saints kickoff. Again, a squib kick. Gives a nice short field to the Angola Hornets near the 39-yard line. And that's where they will take over. Well, folks, the St. Felix Catholic Center in Huntington, Indiana offers one-day and overnight retreats with over 70 rooms. Be sure to visit Our Lady in her grotto and walk the 30 scenic acres. St. Felix is the former home of Blessed Solanus Casey. You can visit their website at sfcatholiccenter.com to schedule your next meeting or retreat.
Biggest mismatch I have seen in this game, Sean, has been the secondary of the Hornets against the Saints in the passing game. And the Saints just haven't done anything special whatsoever, but the Hornets have had no chance to cover them.
On 1st and 10 for Angola, they go to the right side. Here's a pitch. Alone in the backfield, looking for something to do and not finding anything is the running back, Levanos. And that's going to be a big tackle for loss.
Hornets ran a speed option to the right side, and you want to talk about assignment football. They had Ellinger on the quarterback and T.J. McGarry on the running back, and those guys just simply devoured that play, as best I can say it. 2nd and 14 now.
So the loss of 4 moves them over to the right hash mark here. Going to be 2 wideouts to the left side with a wing left. Man in motion now coming to the left. Little high snap. Quarterback decides to keep it through the middle and won't get much. He'll get north of the 35, out to about the 36.
Ran the power read off the jet fake, and both Jordan Watercutter and Vinny Fiacable right there to make the stop for about a 1-yard gain.
Another line change here for the Saints. 3rd and 13 now coming up for the Angola Hornets. Angola taking their time here on the play. Might be a little confusion here as they check their wrists. Single setback. Now we've got a timeout on the play. Got the Saints lined up off sides.
Number 66 for the Saints just entered the game and got his name on the radio, did Owen Sharp.
Yeah,
he jumped into the neutral zone and cost him 5 yards.
Yep. All right, so again, still a 3rd and long situation for the Angola Hornets, but they're not playing behind the sticks now. Looks to be about a 3rd and 8 coming up here, north of the 40 out to the 41. Here's a snap, man in motion to the right side. It is the jet sweep. It is successful, and he gets knocked out of bounds just shy of the 50-yard line, or maybe right at the 50. I believe that was McCurdy on the carry.
Yeah, I think he's at the 45 with 4th and 4 now.
Oh, yeah, check that. I'm sorry, the 45, not the 50. And, again, we have not seen Schnepp since he was hurt. I think he's done for the night.
It appears so.
When he was going into the tunnel, he was being assisted by 2 additional players. So, very unfortunate for him and for Angola. Punt coming up here Honer, low snap. He gets the ball. Kick is away with the wind. Nice kick this time. And it's going to be fair caught near the 19-yard line.
Griffin Eifert.
Eifert on the reception there, and they mark it right at the 18. So the defense for Bishop Dwenger holds again. And, again, Nick's update there. Luers up 28-0. That's a little surprise.
It is. I thought that they had probably had the better athletes than Mishawaka Marion, but I didn't know if the field and the weather would have an impact on that, and it appears not.
Yeah.
Good for the Knights.
Yeah, we talked about the conditions here, but they've got snow up in Mishawaka. It's coating the field. Wow. All right. So it looks like the offense is on the field for the Saints. They are led by Brendan Lytle, number 13, the sophomore quarterback. I formation. On 1st and 10. He looks over the defense. Here's a snap. Good to Tippin through the middle. Won't find much there. Falling forward to about the 20. No, it was a turnover, and it looks like Angola's got the ball.
I thought the ball looked like it popped free there, and, just a simple quarterback-running back exchange mishap, and they're going to turn it over to the Hornets on their own 20.
Wow, best field position of the night for the Hornets now. First and 10, right at the 20-yard line of the Bishop Dwenger Saints with 3:54 to go here in the third quarter. Your score, 37-0, the Saints on top. Will the Saints defense hold is the question.
If you're going to turn it over, 37-0 is not a bad time.
That's right. And now we've got a timeout on the field. I think there was a personnel issue for the Saints. And they want to make sure. I think they're starting to get some number 2s in there. And, so that's going to cause a timeout on the field for the Bishop Dwenger Saints. We'll step out for a 30-second break as well. Stick around, folks. You're listening to
Runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
In New Haven, Indiana, where the Bishop Dwenger Saints lead the Angola Hornets 37-0. They just fumbled the ball and gave Angola the best field position of the night. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for Gibson and company on Angola. So here's a little high snap, gives the end around. The jet sweep, he's at the 20, gets a block, 15, and knocked out of bounds inside the 15 down to about the 11-yard line.
Nice run, Domanski, on that for the Hornets.
Yeah, I believe 25.
25, Jacob Domanski. Nice job on that run. Picked as good a run as they've had all night.
On 2nd and 1, 9-yard carry that time. As they check their wrist for the play from the shotgun. Here's a snap. Fake pitch, looks to throw. He's got pressure, rolls to the right, throwing back to the left in the corner of the end zone. Touchdown.
Well, tight end throwback to Luke Honer on that. They rolled out to the right, faked the toss, and then threw back to the left side. Somewhat similar to the play that Snyder was able to win, put the winning score on against the Saints earlier this season, and found the tight end in the back of the corner of the end zone. And the Saints had lost the receiver, very similar to the way the Hornets have been doing all night long.
Yeah. All right, so 6 points on the board for Angola. As Cockcroft is ready for the PAT. The snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is up. And it is good as well. So your score now with 3:40 remaining in the third quarter, 37-7. Yes, 7, excuse me. Saints still on top. Well, folks, just a reminder, locally owned and family owned for 35 years, Tim Didier Meats has built a reputation for fresh, custom meat orders. If you'd like that special cut of beef for your next gathering, Tim Didier Meats can help. Prime rib, filet mignon, and Tim's own special ground beef, made fresh daily, can be ordered within an hour's notice. To To place your order, call 260-482-8400 or find them on the web at timdidiermeats.com. So the Saints turn the ball over to Angola from the 20-yard line, and they were able to make it count. 37-7 is now your score.
Be a great teaching point for the Saints this week in film study. Look what happens when you turn the ball over.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. All right, so again, from the 40-yard line, Angola preparing to kick this one away. Cockcroft, number 16, right from the middle of the field, has the wind at his back. And it is still gusty as it just got knocked off the tee there. Looks like he might have a compadre come over to hold that ball onto the tee. And he gets ready to march this one off. And 3:40 remaining here in the third quarter, as the Saints are ready to receive this kickoff. That's Finley back there. No, that's Howie Steele, number 15, back there to receive this kick. Going sideways. Hits him up front, picks it up near the 6-yard line, going across the field now, trying to make a cut upwards, and he's going to be tripped up and hammered at about the 12-yard line.
Really an ill-advised play there on Howie's part. He hit him kind of off the face mask on about the half a yard line.
Yep.
Should have let that bounce into the end zone and taken the touchback.
So we'll take a look here at the offense. It looks like the number ones are still on the field for the Bishop Dwenger Saints, as Brendan Lytle will come out. I formation. Here's a snap. Tailback, left side, finds nothing there, tries to spin out and can't. And he'll get maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Looks to be about stopped at the 11, so that might be a loss of 1 on that play.
A swarm of Hornets in on that tackle.
Like what you did there.
Thank you.
All right, so it is a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and 11 now for the Saints, as Timmon was not able to find that hole that is normally there off tackle left. And they break huddle. Still running up to the line are the big uglies for the Saints. Lytle looks over the defense. I formation behind him. Blitz coming through the middle. Here's a handoff, breaking into the outside. Tippmann shakes one tackle, still on his feet, north of the 15. Taken down near the 17-yard line is number 39, Devin Tippmann.
Good run. Joe Tippmann got away with one of the worst holds I've ever, or Joe Henry, excuse me, got away with one of the worst holds I've ever seen there. Good for Joe. he almost undressed that defensive lineman of the Hornets.
That brings up a 3rd and 5 for the Saints here. So call that a gain of 6. And the ball is now resting just shy of the 18-yard line. Again, that I formation. They haven't changed formation. Blitz comes. He looks to throw. He's flushed. Has trouble. Throws it, and it is nearly picked but incomplete that time. He did have a receiver in the area, so no call that time, but it is going to bring up a 4th down punting situation for the Saints.
Really the first time, for the most part, that Lytle's been under any kind of duress in the passing game, and nearly threw a pick there on the sidelines. He's pretty fortunate, I think.
Well, and I think, too, if this film is reviewed, a message to the players here, you need to play 4 quarters. I mean, because they, on this series, did not play those downs the same way.
You're absolutely right. It almost appears they've cashed this thing in and are thinking about semi-state already.
Mm-hmm.
They've got personnel issues on special teams.
Yeah.
They're looking a little sloppy here at the end.
They are. 3, 2, 1. Will they get the playoff? They will not. They have to burn a timeout here on special teams. That will not make Coach Garrett happy at all as they come up and huddle near the near sideline.
Tough to maintain your laser focus when you're up 37-7.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. We'll go ahead and step out for a 30-second break ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Stick around. This is Regional Championship Football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
We are back to live action as the Bishop Dwenger Saints have burned a timeout here on special teams and preparing to punt this ball away. Filler will kick this one into the wind. Good snap. Gets a leg into it. Spiraling kick, and it's going to be hit in Dwenger territory. Touched up near the 47-yard line of the Saints. So another short field coming up for Angola.
I got to tell you, John Paul Filler, though, that's a great punt against the wind. He has been a weapon both on kickoffs and in the punting game all season long. Probably doesn't get enough credit.
So they will place this one at the 47-yard line of the Saints, again giving a short field to the Angola Hornets with 1:57 remaining in the third quarter. 37-7 is your score. Saints on top. And the front three are still starters down there for the Saints. Tippin, Watercutter. Gibson is your quarterback for Angola, number 21. Man in motion, fake to him, trying to find something in the middle. Joe Tippmann's got him. Watercutter's there. Ellinger's there. Nothing.
I believe that's Vinny Fiacable, actually. I think Joe Tippmann's kind of sitting this out right now, it appears to me. Looked like Vinny changing back to 62.
62, yeah.
Kind of the, he's like Clark Kent, Superman in a phone booth. He's going back from 97 to 62.
That's right. So a loss of 1 brings up 2nd and 11. Under 1.5 to go here in the third quarter now. Man in motion going to the right side. Play action, looks to throw, and it is knocked away, nearly picked in the linebacker core.
Wow, and the Saints are lucky there to have knocked that down because Honer was streaking across the middle from his tight end spot, wide open on a seam route that it would have done some significant damage had the ball been able to get through there.
Yeah, Jared Lee got his paws up there and knocked that ball away. That burns it down, brings up 3rd and 11 now for the Saints. Gibson now looks over the defense. He's got a wing back to the left side and 2 wide outs. Here's a snap. He looks to throw. He's got pressure. Wings it out there. Left side, well overthrown and incomplete that time.
Wow, he threw that about 40 yards in the air. Now, it was wind-aided, of course, and it was about 10 yards out of bounds, but nonetheless, he really chucked that one.
That he did. Got everything behind it. Now, is it 4-down territory? It looks like it might be. No, now we've got a line change coming in for the Angola Hornets as Honer goes back in punt formation. 2 men back deep. That is Eifert and Finley for the Saints. They stand near their own 10-yard line. Honer will launch from about his own 40 with the wind behind his back. Good kick, high end-over-end kick, angling out of bounds, and it will be, let's see where they're going to mark this one. It'll be inside the 20. So a nice kick by Honer there.
Yeah, good angle, little coffin corner down to probably about the 12 or 13-yard line, it appears.
So a long field to go here for the Dwenger offense. As Lytle comes out as quarterback. O'Keefe on the field as well to start this series of downs. And let's see if the offense can have a little better showing this time. Last time it looked awfully lackadaisical. Going to have a single setback now as Lytle's in the shotgun. 2 wideouts to the outside. Here's a quick give through the middle. Grinding his way is Devin Tippmann through the middle of that line, falling forward out to about the 19-yard line.
Big Vinny Fiacable is in at left tackle right now. I don't know if they're just resting Joe Tippmann or if he got banged up somehow. Haven't seen him in the last couple series.
Yeah.
Hopefully they're just resting him.
We'll call that a gain of 7 for the Saints. Brings up actually gain of 6. We'll bring it up 2nd and 4. Ball again at the 19-yard line. Now they're back to the I formation. Lytle under center. Taking time off that play clock. Here's a snap. Again, give to the tailback. He missed 1 tackle in the backfield. Gets back to the line of scrimmage and not much more. That's Devin Tippmann on the carry.
Outstanding job by David Frank getting in there, making first contact almost immediately as the handoff was made. Did a good job. And I see Joe Tippmann down on the sidelines in a jacket. He looks very comfortable. I think he's just fine.
There you go. That's it for the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. When we come back, 12 more minutes of play. 37-7 is your score. The Saints on top with the ball when we start the fourth quarter. We're back in 1 minute. You're listening to Regional Championship Football here on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Both runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
Try to pass to the flats on the right side of the field. It is knocked away and incomplete, and a fourth down comes up for the Saints, and the punt team comes on.
You mentioned it, Sean. That not a lot of sharp play at this point for the Saints. Again, it's tough. 37-7. It's tough to be focused in a game like that. I get it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, fourth down is on. The punt team is on. And the kick is away with the wind. Looks like it may have gotten tipped.
It was.
And it's going to be a short kick, and it's going to be stopped near the Dwenger 45-yard line.
Ryan Brandt, number 15 for the Hornets, who's got 4 kick blocks on the season.
Yeah.
Got a piece of that one as well.
So they mark it right at the 44-yard line of the Saints. So a short field coming up for Angola again. And let's see if they can put some more points on the board here with 11:46 to go in the contest.
Got a few new jerseys out there. Not a lot, but it looks like Travis Tippmann's entered the game at outside linebacker. Howie Steele's at corner.
Starters on the field for Angola. Here's a quick throw and hits his man and bobbled. Did he catch it? Did he bring it down? He did. Nice catch that time by number 88 for Angola, keeping his eye on the prize. Again, that was Keon Spencer with a nice catch.
Caught it like 3 times.
Yeah, that's right. Third time's the charm. We'll call that a gain of 4. Brings up 2nd and 6. Little tighter formation this time. Now a man in motion coming to the right side. It's a jet sweep right side. He gets a block. Going to take it down close to the 35-yard line. It looks like he's going to be shy of the first down, but that should bring up 3rd and manageable for Angola.
Joel McCurdy on the jet sweep carry there for the Hornets. They're finding a little bit of running room now.
Yep. 3rd and 2 coming up for the Hornets from the 36-yard line. Again, man in motion. That's McCurdy. He's got the jet sweep around the edge. He's got the first down. Gets a hit. Bounces off of it. Finally going north and south. Gets down to about the 25 before he stopped.
Yep. Just not able to set the edge are the Saints as well as they were earlier in the game. And McCurdy's finding some room on that jet sweep.
So that will be a 1st and 10 for Angola down to the Dwenger 25-yard line. Again, they started with a short field. Putting the drive together here now. Man in motion to the left side. And this is a big tackle for loss that time. Shooting the gap and getting in there is Ellinger.
Jacob Demansky. You probably don't want to run that jet sweep directly to Hayden Ellinger because that is a losing proposition.
-5 yards on that one. Brings up 2nd and 15 now from the 30-yard line. Gibson barks out the orders. Single setback. Now a man in motion from the wing across the field to the left side. Here's a snap. He looks to throw. He's got pressure. He's throwing the ball over the middle, and it's picked off. Saints with an easy pick and a run back. The 25, and he's trying to spin out of it. That's Griffin Eifert with another interception for the Saints.
Jared Lee put a stick on Gibson just as he was releasing the football, and I think forced an overshoot of that throw right to Griffin Eifert playing center field back there.
Yeah, deja vu all over again for Eifert as last week. The same thing happened to him late in the contest.
Does a great job of just kind of reading the eyes of the quarterback and being in the right place at the right time back there in the secondary.
So the Dwenger defense bends but does not break, and the offense is back on the field with a fresh set of downs at the 27-yard line. I formation. Lytle under center. Here's a snap. Pitch. Right side. Devin Tippmann takes it outside. Still waiting for those blocks. Tries to get north and south. Not much there. They'll keep the clock winding as he is brought down near the 30-yard line.
Nice job of stretching that out to the sideline by the Hornet defense. That's a play the Saints have had some success on, that toss sweep earlier in the game, but the Hornets are doing a much better job of defending it now.
Call that a gain of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. As Lytle comes in from the sidelines with the play.
Brendan Lytle runs to the sideline for the play nearly every time. I think that's to be in condition for Coach Kostoff in basketball season.
There you go. All right, on 2nd and 7. Here's a snap. Play action. He's got pressure. He's trying to get out of it. Throws it towards the middle of the line. Will a flag come out?
Yeah, that's got to be grounding, I would assume.
No flag yet. The white hat was right there.
Wow, that's an incredible to get away with that. I don't know how that's not. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I think he just put his hand on the shoulder of the tight end out there and said, no, he was right there. So,
okay, very fortunate.
Yes, indeed. That brings up 3rd and 7 for the Saints now. So on 3rd and 7 now, play comes in. Ball again at the 30-yard line of the Saints. Critical down here if they can keep the drive alive. Blitz comes. He looks to hand off. They've got some room through the line. He breaks through. He's got the first down and more. Rumbling, stumbling, down to the 50, down to the 40, and he's finally taken down.
Devin Tippmann again. He's past the 200-yard mark prior to that run. He's got to be nearing 250.
Darn right. That was a huge run down into Angola territory. They're going to mark him right at the 38-yard line. Check that, 39, excuse me.
You got to consider getting him out of the game at some point soon, I would think. And just as I say that, here he comes out of the football game.
That was a 31-yard run by Tippmann that time.
Great night for Devin Tippmann. He deserves a round of applause as he leaves the field.
There you go. 1st and 10 for the Saints in Angola territory at the 39-yard line. Lytle looks over the defense, takes his time. Again, handoff this time, breaking it outside. He's got room, the first down and more, out to the flats on the right side.
Lucas Crone on the run. Earlier in the season, we called him the strongest 165-pound running back in the city, and he delivered a blow on that run as well.
Well, remember the scrimmage against Carroll.
Yep.
Boy, he made some fame that time, didn't he?
Internet sensation.
Yeah. All right, so the ball is now again a first down to the 25-yard line. Again, huge 3rd down conversion by Devin Tippmann that time, and now Lucas Crone follows it up with another first down. And the Saints are back in business here with 8:28 to go in the 4th quarter. 1st and 10 from the 25 of Angola. Lytle under center. Get to the tailback. Crone, this time he's hitting the backfield. Stood up and dropped.
Not much running room there for Crone. Getting an opportunity at tailback. Normally he's the lead blocker for Devin Tippmann and other Saints tailbacks, but they put Peyton Davis in at fullback, the senior, and allowing Lucas to run the ball a little bit.
Yeah, Kyle Trick was there for Angola with a big hit.
Brendan Lytle has come out of the game, replaced by his brother.
Number 19 comes in. The elder Lytle.
Drew
comes in.
Drew Lytle in a quarterback for the Saints.
Drew checks in as a junior, 6 foot, 150 pounds. Here's a snap, pitch, left side. Taking it deep, now trying to find some north and south room is Crone. Gets a stiff arm out there, gets it out close to the 20.
Crone on the carry for the Saints.
Got a little bit of yardage on that toss sweep around the left side. Picked up about 5. Pretty good play by the Hornets defense to get there and shove him out of bounds.
Folks, Hubcap Express is the expert in run-flat tires and plus-size fitment. If you need your rims straightened, Hubcap Express fixes bent rims. For all your tire needs, visit Hubcap Express, located at 606 West Coliseum Boulevard and on the web at hubcapexpress.com. So here come the Saints on 3rd and 5 from the 20-yard line of Angola. Blitz shown. Here's a snap. Give to the tailback. They get him in the backfield. He spins out of the tackles. Gets close to the first down. Still driving inside the 15, down to about the 11. They're going to mark him down at the 15.
That's a Bishop Dwenger Saints run right there. They just moved the pile.
And they're going to call him down at the 15-yard line, but the pile was back down at the 10.
Did they decide that forward progress was stopped?
Wow. Quite the spot, and that's going to wind up short. 4th and inches now for the Saints as the offense remains on the field. Actually, Coach Watts is talking to his new quarterback now, number 19.
Drew Lytle.
Drew Lytle comes in from the sidelines with 20 on the play clock. Lots of time here on 4th and inches. I wonder if they're going to try a hard count here.
They better hurry.
Yeah. Down to 9, 8, 7, 6. I formation. Lytle under center. 3, 2, 1. Hard count. Offsides defense. They did it. The Saints pull the Angola Hornets offsides, and that is a free 1st and 10.
When you get the opposing defense to jump offsides with 1 second on the play clock, it is your night.
That is absolutely true. They're going to bring it down to the 10-yard line, so the Saints are now in business. It's just outside the 10, so are they going to keep the sticks up? I believe they are. But let's see what Drew Lytle and company can do here in the waning moments of the game. 6 minutes and 12 seconds remain. Again, your score, 37-7. Saints on top, Saints driving. I formation, here's a pitch, right side. That's Crone around the edge. Breaks one tackle, gets inside the 5, taken down by a linebacker, inside the 5, down to about the 3.
Another great run, toss sweep. Lucas Crone is running hard behind that Saints line. We've got some subs in there along the front line too, and but you know, as much trouble as the second unit had a couple of weeks ago on offense, they look like they're really into this right now.
Yeah, they're getting it done, playing with heart. Going to bring up a 2nd and 3. They can actually get a first down here without scoring, but there's inches between the stick and the goal line. Again, I formation. Drew Lytle under center. Here's a snap. Pitch, left side. Trying to find a seam. Hit in the backfield and dropped.
Luke Honer in there. He's been, again, the best defender other than Ryan Brandt. Those two guys have been in on virtually every tackle that's been made by the Hornets tonight. And he shot the gap and just shut down that toss sweep.
So now let's see. We've got a 3rd and 6 coming up from the 6-yard line for the Saints. Will Lytle go to the air is the question. Will they have to? Will they be satisfied to see if young Mr. Garrett come out and chip in 3 more points? The questions will be answered shortly. Again, I formation. Lytle under center. Play action. He's got pressure. Oh, he's hammered. Oh, my goodness. He is absolutely obliterated. Out past the 10, maybe near the 14-yard line, but he pops right back up.
Number 42, Lucas Waite, 5'9", 185-pound linebacker, junior for the Hornets, put a stick on Drew Lytle, and I'm sure Big Brother won't be happy to hear this, but that's why they got his little brother out of the game.
Yeah, right.
There.
Yeah. All right, so Garrett's going to come in to try and chip this one in. Looks to be about a 31-yard attempt here for Garrett. Well within his range from the middle of the field. Snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up, and it is good as well. 3 more points on the board for the Bishop Dwenger Saints with 3:45 remaining in the contest. That takes your score up to 40. 40-7. The Bishop Dwenger Saints on top of the Angola Hornets. Stick around, folks. We're back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Regional Championship Football on Redeemer Radio.
Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable, Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Alongside Corey Kitchen, I'm Sean McBride, broadcasting live from New Haven High School, where the Bishop Dwenger Saints are on their way to a big victory over the Angola Hornets, 40-7. Let's check in down on the sidelines with Eric Pete.
Thank you, Sean. Boy, I just wanted to point out that on that last possession, Angola, you got to love that they've got the pride to, go and try to get a stop there on Bishop Dwenger. Did not allow them to get a first down and come up with a big stop on defense as they get the tackle there on the kickoff. You look at this Angola team, and Coach Thomas has really built up this program, and he's done it the right way. They've won more games each consecutive season since he came here 5 years ago, and they're on a roll. I mean, in their last 26 games, they've won 24 of them, and their only 2 losses are to the Gold Helmets.
Yeah.
So hats off to Coach Thomas and this team. When he got here, they'd only won 2 sectionals ever. They've won back-to-back sectionals up in Angola. So they're doing good things. They're doing them the right way.
Great stuff, Eric. Thanks very much for that.
Andy Thomas is an outstanding football coach. He builds programs, does it the right way, as Eric mentioned. Just does a great job, but I think their conference has hurt them tonight.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yep, strength of schedule has certainly been an issue for Angola here as they, again, try quarterback read option, and it is stuck in the backfield for a 5-yard loss here as the Saints continue to dominate on defense. Right now, we're going to check in one last time with Nick Gray with some area updates. Nick, what do you have for us?
Well, we're starting to hear some finals around the area, guys. Right now, Snyder did lose. So Carmel beat Snyder 20-6. Mishawaka's beating Lowell. The Mishawaka Cavemen, so that's 7-0. The winner of that game will play the winner of this game, so Bishop Dwenger will find out that soon. Lures is really putting it to Mishawaka Marion. They're up 35-0, and then they will most likely play West Lafayette, which leads Brebeuf right now 24-3. Back up to you guys.
All right, thanks very much, Nick Gray. And as far as our coverage next week, I would be remiss if we didn't say we are really leaning towards, being with the Bishop Lures Knights. We feel that we've really favored the Saints so far in this postseason play, and so not made that decision yet. I have to talk to management, but we are leaning that way to cover the Knights again for semi-state action. So Angola is finishing strong here, trying to another tackle for loss here by the Saints. Chapala that time breaking through that line,
and Alec LaShore from the line, from the defensive tackle position as well, doing a nice job. Second unit doing a much better job tonight than a couple of weeks ago.
That's exactly right. All right, so here is Angola on 3rd and short here. Again, fake the jet sweep, quarterback keeper through the middle. He's got some room. He breaks 3 tackles, trying to get to the outside. Still has a blocker, down inside the 40, closed to the 30 before he is stopped.
Gibson, nice run at the quarterback spot, doing a great job of staying with it. I mean, it's tough. You're down 40-7. They could have cashed it in, and I think the Hornets have done a really nice job of playing till the end here.
Under 2 minutes to go here with a first down. Trying to get the edge is McCurdy. Will not get the edge. Great open field tackle that time, shedding his block. And doing a fine job on the edge is number 44 for the Saints. So they limit that gain to a couple. Brings up 2nd and 8 with 1:15 remaining here in the contest. Looking to throw a little hitch route. He's got a man coming on the inside. That's number 88, doing a fine job breaking through some tackles, getting down to about the 15-yard line.
Keon Spencer on the catch for the Hornets, a senior. Made a couple of nice catches throughout the course of the evening. They just haven't been able to get him the ball that much.
Right. Well, the pressure on the quarterback, again, with your 2s in there, hasn't been as great, so he's got time to set up and find him. Under a minute to go here for Angola. Oh, a little bobble this time, and he's hit in the backfield and spun down and dropped.
Yep, tough. Anytime you bobble a snap like that, it's going to be a tough go to try to make something out of it. Alec LaShore there again for the Saints from the D-line spot.
Got about 30 seconds to play here. Second and 10 coming up for Angola. And it looks like the Saints are missing more than one player out there right now. I don't know what's going on. Oh, no, he's down. Okay, he's down there. Here's a snap pitch, left side. Trying to find some room. Dancing around, looking to find the edge. Won't find the edge. Tries to spin out of it. Will not. And that's going to be a great job by the Saints stretching that play out. And that's going to be another tackle for loss, and that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. The Bishop Dwenger Saints, your 2018 regional champions, over the Angola Hornets 40-7. Saints win. Saints win. The Bishop Dwenger Saints, your 2018 regional champions. Both teams gather near the 50 for the handshakes at midfield. And Corey, tough-fought battle, but from the beginning, the Saints came out and they said this was our contest. They dominated on both sides of the ball, especially in the trenches, and the passing game showed up. Who knew, right?
Well, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And again, I think that just the threat of having the ability to throw like that probably helped Devin Tippmann's yardage in the running game. And they haven't had that balanced approach the last couple of weeks. They didn't do a lot special in the passing game. There weren't a lot of double move routes or, even didn't really even have to be all that accurate.
Right.
But they were. But they were able to make plays because the Hornets secondary just wasn't really even existent back there.
No, they were not prepared for it, and it was kind of a shock and awe campaign. Finley with some major chunks of yardage on those receptions. 15-yard touchdown pass again, also from Lytle tonight. So the Saints offense was firing on a lot of cylinders. Their special teams play tonight was again another quality outing. And the defense holding these guys to 7 points. Again, another hats-off display.
Well, you've got Angola came into this game as the number 1 ranked defense in 4A in the state of Indiana, giving up a little over 7 points a game. Tonight they gave up 40 and 401 total yards.
Wow. Impressive. As far as numbers go, Corey, what did Tippmann end up? Do we have
a couple of things that stand out to me. 22 carries, 235 yards for Devin Tippmann on the night.
Wow.
Brendan Lytle, 4 of 9. Not a great percentage, but 113 yards through the air. And then Patrick Finley, 3 catches for 98 yards. And that doesn't sound like much, but just to simply be able to say Patrick Finley is back, he is a difference maker for this Saints program. He's probably the best athlete in the program, and getting him back, it's like picking somebody up on the waiver wire.
Yeah.
I mean, to get him back at regional. What a shot in the arm for the Saints.
Indeed it was. And, something else to consider, that percentage, that 4 for 9, 2 of those were pass interferences. So again, it doesn't help Lytle's percentage, but very effective plays that you're able to do that and then burn the defense doing it at the same time. So, again, hats off to the Bishop Dwenger Saints. They're huddled up near the 40-yard line right now, getting some pictures taken, and the coaches are down there celebrating. Eric Pete is there in the scrum of things, getting some good video shots. So, again, be sure this week, ladies and gentlemen, to take a look at our highlight film coming out on YouTube. Eric does just a phenomenal job of producing those, brought to you by Dr. Osinga, Northeast Chiropractic Center. So great stuff that way. We're going to step out for a little 30-second break. When we come back, hopefully we can get a hold of Coach Garrett. So stick around, folks. We're going to take a 30-second break and come right back to our post-game presentation. You're listening to Regional Championship Football here on Redeemer Radio.
Runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.
You got 20 seconds, Eric. Hang on.
235.
235. We are back to live action. We're going to send it down to the sidelines with Eric Pete. Eric, take it away.
All right, thank you, Sean. Here with one of the Saints of the hour, Devin Tippmann. Devin, talk about your big night, over 200 yards. We were just talking. Did you realize you had that many yards?
No, I didn't realize it until you just told me. And I just want to thank all the linemen and my fullbacks for blocking for me. They made it easy for me.
How did it feel tonight to come out? You know, this is a team that had you on their bullseye. They wanted to get revenge for last year, but you guys took it to them right from the opening flip. What was the key tonight?
We started out fast. The last couple of games we started out slow, and I think we just came out and punched them in the mouth, and that was the key to the whole game.
On to semi-state. How does it feel?
It feels great. I'm a sophomore, so I don't know what it feels like, so it's a great feeling.
All right, best of luck. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
All right. Good job, Eric Pete. Thanks very much. Devin Tippmann, an outstanding night tonight. Corey, 235 yards on the ground, and he got them the hard way.
He did, and he showed some things that, frankly, we haven't seen before. He's gotten better each and every week of the season. He's just a sophomore. He's starting to put the spin move into his arsenal. He's had the ability to do a little bit more than he did I've got to believe last week that just the mud did not play to his game very well. He's a straight-ahead runner primarily, but the ability to cut and to spin, just a great game tonight.
We're going to see if we can go down to the sidelines and get a hold of Patrick Finley as well. While we do that, just again wanted to thank Notre Dame Federal Credit Union for their continual support of our Catholic high school sports coverage in Fort Wayne. That's Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, one of tonight's game sponsors. And again, as our season continues to progress, both Bishop Dwenger and Bishop Luers continue to roll. And again, another testament to the SAC, Cora.
No question about it. It hardens these teams and gets them ready for a state title run. Looks like Eric might have another player down there.
I think he's got P. Finn ready. Eric, take it away.
Hey, guys, here with Patrick Finley. Boy, it had to feel great to get back out there, huh?
Yeah, it was great. It was fun playing with all my teammates again.
What was the biggest enjoyment for you tonight? I mean, that first play, what did you do when they called your number?
I was expecting, we went over in practice the night before, so I was ready for it. And then I just went out there and played like my coaches told me to do.
Well, you gave the offense a great shot in the arm. It was fun to watch tonight. Obviously, going to semi-state, you guys are going to be up against another tough test. What do you think is going to be your mindset this week in practice?
Same as every week. We're going to treat it like it's the most important game. We're going to keep working on stuff we need to improve, and just keep playing Dwenger football.
Heck of a game. Congrats.
Thank you.
All right, Sean, back to you.
All right, Patrick Finley, ladies and gentlemen. Always great to talk to the kids on the field there. So we're going to wrap things up here from the booth as well. Corey, just another great night of football for the Bishop Dwenger Saints.
No doubt about it. And, just watching the kids finish off this victory and celebrate and so forth. Something that came to my mind, I see Big Joe Tippmann and I see Sam Obergefell cleaning up the field after the game.
Yeah.
These are the senior captains of this football team, and rather than celebrating the regional championship, they're out cleaning up the field. I mean, to me, that says a lot.
Servant leadership at its best. Yeah, that's exactly right, and that's what Coach Garrett brings top down to this program, which is really just fantastic stuff. So that's going to do it for our coverage here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Again, congratulations to the Bishop Dwenger Saints on this regional championship. 40-7 is your final score here, reporting from the beautiful confines of New Haven High School. The hospitality out here tonight has been phenomenal. We can't thank these folks out here enough for their generous hospitality and well done on this beautiful, beautiful facility. Some special thanks not only to you, our listeners, but to Mary and Caroline Poinsett, our broadcast engineers back at the station tonight. Our field crew consisted of Nick Gray and our sideline reporter, Eric Pete. Up here in the box, we had Charlie McBride on stats. And for Corey Kitchen, I'm Sean McBride, wishing you all a good night. May God bless you, and we'll see you on the sidelines. This is Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
When you experience a sports injury, muscle, or joint pain, you want treatment right away. Parkview Ortho Express provides same-day orthopedic and sports injury care without referral or appointment, offering diagnostics, x-rays, the region's only body composition DEXA scan right inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Walk in Monday through Thursday, 7 to 7, Friday, 7 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. For more information, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com/orthoexpress.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
This is the first time I've been able to do this kind of more complete understanding or view of your body. One of the things that's really important about this is that it's kind of legitimizing us as athletes.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Choose from over 60 vehicles under $10,000. Visit drivekelly.com. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Concussions. They're a concern for parents of athletes in any sport. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine is leading the way with the area's first concussion clinic. Our integrated sports medicine team utilizes an innovative, evidence-based approach to manage athletic-related head injuries in those 14 and older, providing comprehensive care to get the athlete you love safely back in play. To schedule an appointment, call Parkview Sports Medicine at 266-4007. Reaching higher, pushing further. Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ants in action. Get mad about blue.
I chose St. Francis because they made a promise that I would have real-world experience that I could take when I graduated, and they delivered on that promise. For me, the classroom only gets you so far, so they're setting you up with an internship. I had a mentor that they set me up with that was a CEO of a DuPont hospital in Fort Wayne. Degrees in accounting, business administration, risk management and insurance, marketing, and finance. They just did a great job of the full circle of not only the education, but also the experience.
Parkview Sports Medicine, especially since I've been a pro, has been a place where my game has really been able to develop in multiple facets. Injury prevention, maintenance, physical therapy, weightlifting, agility work, all the things that I need to do in order to have an NBA body. This is the place for me to go when I come back home and I need to get a workout in. Always welcome me back with open arms.
Parkview Sports Medicine. Game on.
Both runners are running, play coming home.
From the crucial plays to the highlight of the game to the victory celebration, we are there. Summit City Sports isn't just a business, it's a group of companies investing in the youth of Fort Wayne athletics.
It's because of Parkview Sports Medicine, because of Kelly Automotive Group, Indiana Wesleyan University, University of St. Francis, and Big Eye Fish, that we can produce our broadcast viewed by hundreds of thousands in Northeast Indiana.
Support Summit City Sports. Become a sponsor. Join our winning team today.